morning.
It is August 5th here in Payson, Utah. We're recording today at my mother's ranch.
Yes.
Love it.
The compound. Is that offensive?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I hope not, unless you bring up that it could be offensive.
Now it's offensive.
Now it's offensive.
Well, we're enjoying some sunshine and warm weather, but not blisteringly hot, and my air conditioning is working.
It's working. So. Layers.
So we're able to record in a cool house. So we are we're the girls in the Yarn Café, and welcome to our podcast.
Yeah. This is a knitting, fiber-related,
mental health related,
crafty thing podcast.
Crafty thing.
Only one thing.
Yeah. And this is our 22nd
Is it the 22nd?
Remember we were old enough to drink last
We were old enough to drink.
21st, 22nd.
Just wait. In a few more episodes, we can rent a car.
What?
When you're 25.
Yeah. Do you have to be 25?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I was so excited when I turned 25 and I still haven't rented a car.
Haven't you?
No.
You haven't had a reason to, have you?
Eric did. His car broke and he had to rent one.
But anyways, we're happy to be here. It's been 2 weeks since our last podcast. That sounds like I was going to say last confession, huh?
The last confession.
It's been 2 weeks since my last one. We have a lot of stuff to show today.
We really do. It's been so crazy. We were trying to think like what we actually did this last week and like get our notes together and stuff. I'm like, what did I do these last few weeks? And all that's in my mind, I'm like, I had a test, I knit a ton, and I dyed a lot of yarn. And I'm just like, yep, that was my life.
Ditto minus the test.
Oh my gosh.
But I did submit for an award for our work,
right.
which was intense, and I got it done. And that was exciting.
It was so nice.
It was nice. I got it done a day early. Well, it was actually 6 days late because I forgot all about it.
And then early for the extended deadline.
And then they said, and I'm not usually late on stuff, but I completely forgot about this yearly award that we apply for.
Well, we have so much going on at work right now anyways, and so that
lots of changes.
Kind of makes sense.
Those of you in healthcare will know that there are a lot of changes, a lot of things happening. So,
working
but we won't bore you.
And stuff.
Did I tell you that's the one thing I can start talking about with Vaughn, and he's like
if
you ever can't sleep at night.
Oh my gosh, I keep trying to tell Eric what I actually do.
And he doesn't.
At our place of work.
Does he get bored? Does his mind wander?
Well, he's like, you explained it to me before, and I just tell people that you have an office job. I'm like, yeah, it's probably the easiest explanation, but I work with healthcare and doctors' offices, and then from that point, he's just like, I know, I don't care.
That's what.
Yeah, I get it.
A lot of acronyms.
Yeah, and then I went into further detail with him one day, and he's like, huh?
I know.
So, we won't bore you with that, because...
It's fascinating.
It's fascinating, but it's a little hard to explain what we actually... All the things.
A lot of Medicare stuff. A lot of things like ACO, PCMH, NCQA, PQRS,
CMS. But then I was happy when you submitted the award because then we got to go to our knit night this week.
Yes, that was on the same day as our knit night. Yep.
So much fun.
Yeah, but real quick, let's just tell them who we are.
Oh, yeah, huh? Okay, go ahead.
Well, I am Christy. I'm the dyer behind Yarn Café Creations.
Mm-hmm. And I'm Tristan. I'm the dyer behind Hoard Yarn.
And on Instagram, I am yarn_cafe_creations. And on Ravelry, I'm Yarn Café Creations. And on Etsy, I'm Yarn Café Creations. Wait for it.
On Instagram, I'm at dragon_hoard_yarn. On Ravelry, I am Hoard Yarn. And on Etsy, I'm Hoard Yarn Co. I finally changed it, guys.
She didn't think she could.
I don't think you could. New. It's a new update, and you found it. And you're like, oh my gosh, let me send you a screenshot. And so I fixed it. And I was I didn't know this. I'm not going to say I was dumb because I had no idea. But a while ago, I actually started a new Etsy account called Hoard Yarn. And so when I went to change my name, I'm like, oh, I need to cancel that account. So I canceled it. And then I went in to put the name there because that's the whole reason I got it. And they're like, you cannot do that for old shop names. And I'm like, okay, that does make sense.
Can you reactivate that other account?
I don't want to switch everything over. But I like Hoard Yarn Co. anyways because it makes me sound more legit.
You're official. You're a co. You're a company.
I'm a co. Yeah. So that's where you can find all the yarny goodness now.
Yes. But I'm Tristan's mom.
And I am Christy's daughter.
And welcome.
And that's how we know each other.
Yeah, we know each other. We've known each other for a long time.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
27 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Give or take 9 months.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, we're glad you're here.
Actually, give or take 1 month because my birthday was last month.
But I carried you.
Oh, that's true. So 10 months.
In the womb.
In the womb of all that.
Plus 9 womb months. That's hard to say.
I don't even know what you're trying to say.
9 months in the womb.
There you go. Okay. But anyway, so this week we were trying to figure out anything that we did, and then I'm like, oh wait, knit night. We got to meet some new awesome people at our knit night. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lauren, the dyer behind Rhapsody Fibers, was there, and we got to meet her. And then we met Audrey from the Knit Song podcast. Yeah. And she's awesome. I really liked her. Yeah. She sat by us. We actually invited her.
We liked them both, and Lauren has bunny rabbits.
She has Angora bunnies.
I went on her podcast or on her Instagram, and
she doesn't watch podcasts.
I know she's gonna start. We warned her. We warned her of that rabbit hole.
The black hole.
But she has bunny rabbits, and they're so adorable. I went on her Instagram and looked at her pictures, and I said to Vaughn, "I want a bunny." He said, "No." I mean, like before I could even get the words out, he's like, "No." I'm like, "Why?"
They're easy.
He said, "No."
And they, sustain themselves. Like, if one goes, 8 more pop out.
Well, but he would be sad. Because they pretty much have to stay in a cage. Unless you box train them in your house. And I don't want them in my house. No.
As much as you love that fur.
Oh, they're so cute. But we're not going to do that.
But no, so that was a lot of fun this week. And that was the one... I wish Knit Night was more than just once a month. Because that is something I seriously look forward to.
It's a lot of fun. I don't know about where you live, but where we live, because it's very spread out. It's called the Wasatch Front and the Wasatch Back, I guess. But I know, Salt Lake, from Ogden down to Provo and where we live, it's very spread out. And so it's really hard to find knitty friends that live close enough. They're all going to come to my house in October for Knit Night, but it's an hour drive for a lot of them.
Yeah, well, it's an hour drive for you every time. It is.
But it's worth it. And I'm sure there's other knitting groups that we don't know about. Yeah. But these are really cool peoples. And there are a lot of podcasters that are, well, I shouldn't say a lot. I think there's
Three
podcasters in that group.
They're group podcasters.
Yeah, so it's with the ladies Deborah and Emily from
Meanwhile at
the Castle, and then Knit Song with Audrey. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was fun. We had a good time.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah. But yeah, that was fun. I'm looking at our notes. One thing I wanted to share this week, for all you guys who know, I have 3 puppies. They're not puppies. They're just this big though.
They're little dogs.
Jasper is about 15 years old, and he's been losing his teeth since we actually got him about 7 years ago. Actually, because we got him from a shelter, and we took him in there, and they said that he had diseased gums. And so his teeth were just going to fall out anyways. And gloriously enough, he passed that along to his daughter. So her teeth are falling out too. But it was so funny this week. Because he has maybe 2 teeth left now. But he had his little chompers on the bottom right here. And when Chihuahuas start losing their teeth, their big ones go out. And so he had one over here going like this. And then one was sticking out like this.
Oh, I wish you had taken pictures.
Oh my gosh, I should have.
Serious.
But he was just so grumpy. And I'm like, what the heck's wrong? And so I gave him a doggy aspirin. And he was rolling around. And a half hour later, I look over at him and he's bleeding. I'm like, what the crap? But he pulled his tooth out.
Oh, he did.
The one that was straggling down here. And so...
Is he toothless now?
He has one.
One left?
He has one on the side, but it's so funny. He's so happy now. He's rolling around. Before, he was, depressed and sticking. And usually, we would just pull the tooth if it was wobbly and stuff and coming out. And that one has for a while, but you have to be really careful with the bigger teeth because they're so deeply embedded in the jaw, in the mouth. And so I'm like, I'm not touching it. He's going to get, something awful if we just pull it and it's off. And, yeah, I don't even want to. I can't find it. I never found the tooth. I vacuumed and washed their bedding, but I could not find it. He probably swallowed it. But it was,
Ew.
This big in comparison to my thumb. About, that long. And he's just rolling around and stuff. And now every now and then I look over at him, he's just like this.
With the tooth sticking out?
No, with his tongue.
Oh, in that space.
In that space where it came out.
So funny.
And so last night I was looking over and I thought his whole jaw like started to like his gums were like something was bad. I'm just like, Jasper. And he looked over at me and said,
he's like, I'm fine.
And leave so now I don't know if I'm the only person, excuse me, in the world that makes faces at their dogs, but I always do. And so now I'm just like, hey, Grumpy. Hello.
You're so weird.
Yeah. It's been entertaining. But your kitty.
My kitty's all better. He's out of the cone. He's out.
Is he
back outside.
Okay, good.
Yep, and I'm
Poor
so
kitty.
grateful. Oh, I know. He's so sweet. But so he's all better, and yeah. But some other news today.
Right now, maybe.
Yeah, our tractor is being delivered today. Any minute, like any second.
I was joking with her earlier. I'm like, you need to put like a thread on our Ravelry and have people say what makes your tractor sexy, or come up with tractor puns and
tractor
puns.
Mm-hmm. But
I
we're
don't
not
think we're
going
going
to.
to.
No.
I'm excited though. We need to go take like abstract modeling pictures
in the tractor.
I
hear Vaughn talking to somebody.
We might have to take a break.
Could be the tractor dude. May not be the tractor dude, or maybe he's on the phone and I just should not listen right now.
You're just way too excited.
Yeah.
Just don't pause and then you can't hear.
Yeah.
But that's kind of been what our week has been like.
We do have some admin stuff.
Yeah, we have some admin things.
We have our number. I don't even know which one is our 4th SS Cal.
I think so. Yeah.
So we have our
those shorties been coming in. So for those of you who don't know, the SS Cal is the shorties and the shoebox, and there's a ton of year-long knit-alongs going on with socks. Ours is you just need to do the shorties, so they need to be 2 inches.
No more than 2
inches above your ankle.
Adult size.
Yep.
So if your child
fit them into a little
big
box.
Wears a big size, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a knit along, no particular pattern. You can do any pattern you want of shorties.
Mm-hmm. Any yarn you want.
And just post pictures in the finished objects thread.
Preferably on your feet because they're cuter that way.
Yes, please show us on.
I love that.
I like to see that. And I know it's hard to take pictures of your feet, but I love seeing those. So if you want to be part of that, we do a drawing once a month in the finished objects thread, and we did our drawing for this month.
Yes, we did.
And
here, you go ahead and look at it because I need to grab. We never grabbed the price, so you guys are all going to see my bag.
We drew for a watermelon bag.
Where is it?
And it's probably I got it in the drawing drawer. Okay. And this watermelon bag is by
Georgianne of the Stitching Plaza. So this is a drawstring bag. And we wanted to get this one in because it's August. And in my books, August is fall.
Agreed. 100%.
So August is the beginning of fall.
It is. It's now officially
So we need to get rid of all of our summer stuff. So here's the last bag of summer.
Yes, and it's
in our opinion.
The winner that we chose in our SS Cal 2017 thread. Also, you can use that hashtag on Instagram.
I love seeing this.
Is number 162, and it's Avon39, and it's Anne-Marie. Yay, Anne-Marie. So you can contact one of us through Ravelry. Ravelry's better. Instagram's not as good for me. Just
really?
FYI.
I thought you never are on Ravelry.
I get a message in my regular email saying someone sent you a message. Okay. But on Instagram, I don't get those alerts. So.
Okay. Yeah, just reach out. Let us know your information, and we'll send that out to you. I'm so excited. I loved your socks, the stripey. They had like pink in them, but they're her own. I'm guessing they're a vanilla sock, but they're her go-to sock.
That's great. So, Anne-Marie, congratulations. So the next drawing will be for August ones, and it'll be the first week of September-ish, because I'll be gone sometime during that.
And keep up your guys' knitting mojo, because remember, the start of April next year, you're going to have an entire box of shorties that you can wear all summer long.
I know. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
So, and then the next admin thing that we have is we are right in the middle of, well, we just started, 5 days ago on
middle of
Moving to the Country Shawl Knit Along, which is my pattern, my very first published pattern.
Yay!
And yes, I'm excited about it. I love seeing the colors that people are doing them in.
Oh my gosh, guys, that chatter thread has been so active. I'm super excited about seeing all the colors that you guys are picking, people getting in contact with us for colorways that we think would look good together. Honestly, I really like your shawl. because they can be completely contrasting colors, but because you have those blending sections.
It almost looks like little mini stripes.
Yeah, and it just really works. Like, you can have one that doesn't have very contrasting colors and it just flows, or you can have one that's high contrast and just kind of has that pop.
So dig through your stash if you have a stash and just start putting things together, or if you want to purchase yarn, you know, and honestly, I think I've talked about this before. It's so hard for me when people say, what colors would you recommend? Because color is not my strong suit, and I don't want to tell anybody how to put colors together. I don't mind.
Then you're responsible for the shawl.
Yeah, even if people are like, well, I don't mind if people are saying, hey, is the gold that's in this color in your shop the same gold that's in this one? I don't mind telling you that. And would they go together? Well, they're the same gold. It's up to you if they go together or not. So that's a lot of pressure.
You really never know.
Yeah, for me to try to pick your colors for you.
And it depends on what your preferences are anyways.
And it could be anything.
If it's something that you would like, if they were different yellows, say, or different pinks.
And mismatching is fine too, even if they don't go together perfectly. Who cares?
Yeah. And I know there were some questions on your shawl that we're going to maybe address. Do you want to do that right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Well, real quick though, this is being co-hosted by the Naughty Nitwits on their podcast. And also, Debbie and Amy of Periscoping Sisters are co-hosting with us. They were just a little late to let me know.
Yeah, so we have Leslie and Michelle and Amy and Debbie.
Yes, so they will also be posting threads in their Ravelry group. So
I know the Naughty Nitwits have their chatter thread up, so make sure that you're triple dipping, guys.
Yes.
Because you could win from any of us.
And if you use one of our yarns for at least one of the colors, and not just throwing in like a stripe, but
here's a border of Yarn Cafe Creations in her random yellow top.
One of our yarns, then you get an extra drawing
from our thread.
An extra entry
into our thread.
Into our thread. So that's coming up, and I've had a lot of people. First of all, if you have questions on the shawl, the place to go is the Ravelry group. There are people asking questions and people answering them.
And I go on there probably once or twice a day just to make sure that things are getting answered. But yeah, everyone's been helping each other on them once they figured it out. Because I think there's a stitch in your pattern
there's a stitch in it that's a little confusing.
For a beginner, maybe, if you haven't done it before.
And I explained it anytime, even on Andrea Mowry's patterns. Anytime you do like a double or a triple yarn over, the reason you do that is so that when you turn and you do the row back, you can unravel some of that to make a bigger hole instead of your regular yarn over hole. So if you do a double yarn over, on the way back, you're going to drop one of the loops and it's going to make a bigger hole. And I know I'm working on the Free Your Fade shawl right now, and she does a triple yarn over and then you let it go. Anyway, I've had people... I just would love for you to interact more in the Ravelry group on these questions. And I've had some personal messages. I probably had 3 or 4.
I've had a couple.
Saying specifically they don't understand that part of it. First of all, I give row counts on the beginning and in the setup row. Make sure you count that double yarn over only as one stitch, because you're going to drop half of it on the way back. And how you drop a double yarn over on the way back is you just knit it as if it's a regular yarn over. Stick your needle in, wrap your yarn. When you go to pull it through, you just drop one of the loops. That's all it is. And it's just a regular knit stitch. So that's, I think, the main questions that have been going on. But
yeah, I think that's the only issue that some people have had, and it's because they haven't done maybe a double yarn over before. So yeah, just check out the Ravelry group. We have that chatter thread there for a reason.
So that you guys can ask
again,
questions.
I'll go in there and make sure that those questions are getting answered. So we wanted to address it here just in case you don't go on Ravelry that often.
Well, and also because I don't want people to think I'm ever ignoring their messages, but first of all, I don't get great internet at my job, so I'm all day.
Your office is a black hole.
Every week, and they block Instagram and Facebook, so you have to, if you want to get on like during your lunch, you have to get onto your 4G, which in my office, it doesn't pick it up at all. So people might think I'm ignoring them, and I just, honestly, I come home and I dye yarn, or I'm winding yarn, or I'm getting orders ready, and if there's a way that questions can be answered in one place, it would be the Ravelry group. And because I don't want to, otherwise I'll come home and have to answer, 10 emails about the same thing. Yeah. And I'd rather see you go to the Ravelry group and just say, hey, how are you guys doing this on this pattern? Mm-hmm. And I think that's just a great forum. It's a great support group for people that are doing knit-alongs. Yeah. So, and I think other podcasters may agree. Yeah. So I hope that doesn't come across as rude, or I don't want to answer your questions, but I just feel like I'm repeating myself on some of these questions. And it's the same questions.
You get like 3 or 4 in a row and you're just like...
Yeah, the same questions that are in the Ravelry group. So we hope that helps you.
Go on there if you have any more questions, and we'll make sure that they're getting answered.
And then, do you want to talk about our other knit along?
Oh, yeah, guys. Okay, August 1st was a big day. Start of fall.
Yeah.
Starting of the... I keep wanting to say changing staircases.
The moving to the country.
The moving to the country shawl. And if you're looking on Ravelry for the pattern, it's moving to the country.
The link is in the Ravelry group on our thread, though.
Okay, good.
I put it, you just click on the picture and it goes right to the pattern.
Yeah, because I did that wrong.
It's okay, we forgot.
But we also started our Rhinebeck sweater knit along that we're doing with Taylor of Wool Needles Hands. I do know that she is starting hers on September 1st and not August 1st, so this is going to be kind of a little bit of a different knit along.
It was just a miscommunication.
And she wasn't available until September 1st, but she still wants to do the co-hosting. And as far as I'm aware of what her rules are in hers, the ones that you start on August 1st will still count for hers.
Yeah.
So, any sweater pattern... any yarn, as always with ours, if you use our yarn, you get an extra entry into the giveaway or into the prize. And, oh my gosh, guys, you're flooring me. You have so many great ideas, and people have been messaging me about like different patterns that they like. I chose 2 personally that I want to knit. I know you chose 2 that you want to do. And a lot of people ask me, can we do more than one? I'm like, absolutely. If you follow the guidelines, which are, it needs to be made for you. It doesn't, you don't need to be going to Rhinebeck. Right. The knit along actually ends the weekend. October 31st.
Oh, it is?
That's what we were talking about.
I think we said it ends after Rhinebeck.
After Rhinebeck is over.
When Rhinebeck is over.
Rhinebeck is over. So that would like be the 20...
It's like the 21st or something.
Second.
And we're not going to be strict about it.
Yeah. We're just going to be drawing on one of those days, and we'll let you know. And if no one is done yet, and there's like, we'll see. But yeah, so that started, and so it just needs to be for you. Make sure that when you post it on Instagram, when you're finished, tag us both in it.
Yeah, and it's the hashtag is Rhinebeck Sweater 2017. And
Rhinebeck Sweater Cal 2017, or is it Rhinebeck Sweater 2017?
I think it's Rhinebeck Sweater. I don't know. I'll check. I'll let you know. I'll get back to you on that.
But so excited.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and so we have also, this is the first time we've done this in a couple podcasts.
I know. We're actually drinking tea.
We're going to review a brew today. And the tea that we have was sent to us as a gift by Nanette Wake of Nanette Wake Studios on Etsy. And she made us the beautiful hand-woven, is that how you say hand-woven bags that were beautiful.
She has so many in her shop right now.
Anyway, they are beautiful. So
she sent us some tea, and it's the Encore tea, and it's Mango and Friends herbal tea.
Yes.
And this is the one with all of the sugars in it.
And so you know what? We added some more.
And we put honey in it.
Yeah.
So it has pineapple, mango, orange.
You said that
tangerine,
twice.
Orange. There's different types. I'm just not going to say them all. Just giving you a gauge of how much is in here.
Okay.
Strawberry, marigold blossoms, safflower, whatever that is, and natural flavors.
Whatever those are.
I don't know.
That could be marijuana.
For all we know.
Because it's natural.
I'm in a really good mood.
It's flat flavored. I all of a sudden have the munchies.
I did buy jerky.
There is no marijuana in it. Although it did come from Washington. Just saying.
You never know then.
Or maybe it was Oregon. I don't know.
Well, either way.
Yeah, it's local to her.
They're the same thing.
Yeah.
No, they're not. I want to move to
Oregon.
So
what did we think of this tea? I like it. It has a little bit of a bite to it. There's like a little aftertaste bite. I don't know if it's a marigold, like a bitter. There's a little bit of a bitter in it for me. I like it, though. I think
don't taste any bitter.
Really?
But maybe it's because our tastes in teas are different. And you more... I don't know. Like, you like the minty and you like the fruity. And this is an herbal tea, and so
it tastes herbally. Mm-hmm. So I think out of five cups, I give it a 4. Pretty good.
I think so too. This seems like a really good 3:00 tea.
Yeah.
Like maybe
you sounding all British.
You got off work a little early. You're just kind of chilling out. The husband or the wife isn't home yet. You're like, I'm going to have some tea and I'm going to watch my show and I'm going to knit a little bit. Like, it's not ready for bedtime yet. It's not ready for dinner. Just kind of the mellow mid-afternoon tea.
Okay.
I like it.
Wow.
That's my thing. I give it 4 as well because I wish there was a little bit more kick.
More kick?
To it. Yeah. It's a little toned down for me.
Like a black tea type of a flavor?
I love black tea.
Okay. Well, if you like a fruity flavored tea, this one's really good.
It's a mellow.
It's pretty
fruity
mellow.
tea. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so I think it will be starting to drink more teas coming up because of the seasons.
Because it's fall.
Yeah.
Guys, I had an argument with someone about this the other day, so that's why I keep saying it.
Because it's not really fall.
It's fall.
It's August, which is almost like a Thursday.
Shorts with a sweater. It's
like saying it's Friday. It's pretty much Friday on Thursday because it's so close that you are feeling the Friday coming.
It was Friday this Thursday.
It needed to be.
Oh my gosh.
Although
Friday was so bad.
I didn't work much yesterday, and neither did you.
No. I went in for 2.5 hours, 3 hours after my test.
Yeah, I took off a lot of time yesterday. I had worked a little bit more during the week, so I needed to take off a little bit. But
no. Yeah. I know Katie came out with her episode, and it was called TGIF, and I'm like, I know, right?
Yeah, it was good. So, well, we should probably talk about things that we're sipping on. Some projects that we're working on.
I'm like, where did my notes go? But you took them.
And I wish, you know what? All of a sudden, okay, I went through a phase where I wanted to cast on all the things, and I did. But then I ended up with all these projects that were partially done, and I took out some of them because I just didn't make them. But lately, I've been very monogamous.
Yeah.
Like, we talked about that. I made the moving to the country
That's your
shawl.
fault then.
I made 2 of my shawls because I had to write the pattern.
You made my shawl.
I made your shawl.
And then what did you do?
I made the
fade.
The Find Your Fade shawl, which I kind of did pick that up and down.
And you still have not Kitchenered your toe yet, have you?
What are you talking about? You don't know me. What do you mean? Back off! Leave me alone! Quit judging. I had to Kitchener one toe.
Live.
That was when?
February.
No, because I was making it for my mom, and it was her birthday's, or no, it was Mother's Day. It was for Mother's Day. That's in May. So I think I had made like 3 socks since that, before that.
Okay.
So I just need to Kitchener a toe. Maybe that'll be my goal
today.
For next.
For next month. It's going to take that long. Okay.
Well, I've just been monogamous knitting, and even though I do want to cast on other things, I just want to finish what I'm working on. So, do you want to?
But you didn't even know what you wanted to work on.
That's the problem. Is even the things that I had, like the Kitchener toe, did not sound appealing. It takes all of about 4.5 minutes because it's one sock.
Yeah.
I just need to do it. Anyway, enough about me. What are you working on?
Okay. What I'm working on right now is I am working on a pair of socks.
There's such a color theme going on with you.
I know. So I'm using my Twisted Daisy Fiber Arts bag, and I have my little Moana on there for a reason. I actually themed this one out, and I'm pretty stoked. So I have a hoe.
Love it. With what kind of heel did you use for this?
I used, is it heel and gusset?
Heel flap and gusset?
Heel flap and gusset. And I think that's what my problem has been.
Well, you've done the heel flap and gusset before, but you weren't...
I wasn't doing it right.
Well, you weren't going high enough.
I wasn't... Because I would look at the heel and be like, oh my gosh, this is huge. My heel is not that big. I have a high instep. But at the same time, this was like coming to right here, and I'm like, this just doesn't fit. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And so my sock mojo left, and so I'm just like, you know what? I want to cast on a pair of socks. Why not? Let's just do it. So I did it, and I did the heel flap and gusset, and it fits.
And you could even, for those of you, you could even make it longer, like start up here, and then when you get to this part, you just reduce stitches maybe by a couple more stitches on this part to make it tighter right here. But yeah, it's so cute. Those colors are beautiful. What colors are those?
I love it. This is my
Let me refer to
How Far I'll Go colorway. And this is my Patronus colorway. And it's coming out pretty true too on there. I started making these and I posted these and everyone went crazy.
It's so funny.
I've never put these colors together. I was actually looking at this. I'm like, crap, what can I put with this? Because I'm just looking at my scraps. And I'm like, I'm not going to pull out a whole new skein for a pair of socks because my love for socks has never really been there. And so I'm just like, oh, okay. I put this in something recently. They'll go. It'll be fine. They go.
And you would have never thought that. I mean, it's in there, though. It pulls it out.
It pulls out the teal so much, and I'm in love with it. And these are my little fox wood blockers from Whitaker. That you gave me. That's an A. No.
It's an O. It is.
It looks like an A.
Whitaker. It is Whitaker.
And these are the ones that are super inexpensive. That are super cute. I love them. But I cast on 56 stitches, and I did a 2x2 rib. And I found out I really like that.
Do you?
Yeah, I really do. And
in the same size needle?
I did it in the same size needle.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I need to get more, and I use DPNs. That's the other difference.
And what do you think?
I like them.
I do too.
I'm so sad that I like them because I have so many 9-inch circulars.
So some people, they'll just hate the double points because they're going from needle to needle.
And that's why I don't like it. And with the 9-inch circulars, they're just so...
seamless, but you do like it. You do like the double points.
I love the double points because my gauge.
Yeah.
The 9-inch circulars destroy my gauge. Like, I would knit on 000s. I knit these on 2s.
And you do get a tighter gauge.
I get a tighter gauge. And it's because of the cord. They really need to be, unless you're like knitting.
Like an 8-inch?
Yeah, like an 8-inch or an 8.5 inch. There's just that little difference.
It's so hard to hold.
No, I never have that issue.
But I mean, if the cord got even smaller by an inch, it would be even harder, I think.
I don't know.
It'd be like trying to knit with 2 toothpicks with no cord, because I think you still kind of hold on a little bit to it.
Oh, you do. You do. But not with your whole hand or even more than just one extra finger. And I don't know.
And is it because it stretches it?
The cord stretches it out after you knit it. So even if you knit it on a small needle, when you pull it around the back, it stretches it more. So I might even try the magic loop. I did buy a 40-inch cord on like size 1.5 needles, I think. And so I'm going to try that out and see if that's my preferred method.
I've made mittens that way, and I didn't love it.
Really?
No, I didn't like the whole having to stuff it in and move it.
But what cord did you use that on?
I used like a 40-inch.
Well, yeah, but what type of needles? Did you use the bamboo?
Probably, but I didn't like that it was flat. I just didn't like the process of it. I like moving from needle to needle on double points. I love it. Oh, yeah.
I got in a... what is it? Not a funk. A movement. I don't know. I got in the zone on it. And I like it. I like it enough right now where I'm probably going to knit a few more like that. But so here's this. Again, beautiful. Yay. But one thing I was noticing when I was knitting it, because here is where I'm at on the second sock. And I just kind of threw that in there. Here's where I'm at the second sock. But if you look at this... I don't want to break these.
What are you going to try to do?
Put it on this way on my hand.
Good luck.
I am doing it. Okay.
That would be an awesome sweater.
I really want to make a sweater out of these colors now. Look how cute that... Oh.
That's beautiful.
Look how pretty that is.
That is so pretty.
I so badly want to make this into a sweater.
Do it.
So I'm going to.
Then you can have your matching socks and your matching sweater.
And people will think that I totally planned that and did it on purpose. Well, and that I have my life together.
Yes, right? Mm-hmm. Or do you not have your life together because you're trying to make it look like you do?
I don't know. But so that is my first, what I'm sipping on right now. So this is as far as I'm at. I'm hoping to actually have these done here in the next few days. I could have had these done, but then, you are monogamous. I have cast-on-itis right now. Hardcore.
I have it too. I'm just keeping it suppressed.
That's not always a good thing.
I know. It's not, but my time has been... I haven't had a ton of time for knitting. I'll admit. And so I've got to do... When I am knitting, I can't do something that I have to... Like, I have a sweater I want to do, but I have to read a bunch of directions, and there's a new cast-on this sweater I want to do that we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah.
And then it has short rows in it, which I've only done a couple times, and so it would take a little bit of time to really sit down, spread out your pattern, really look at things, and my knitting time
half my patterns don't even, I mess up and I just keep going and I alter it later.
Well, this is just trying to,
yeah.
I can't mess up if I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
They're new.
No,
so.
I get that.
Well, I'll talk about my one. I'm only working on one thing right now. And I went ahead and decided to do a For Your Fade shawl because I needed something, like I said, that was, I hate to call it mindless because it's not mindless. It's you
pretty
do have
easy,
to,
though.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, but it's not, it's relaxing.
Yeah.
So here's what I've got so far. I just joined my second color, and the colors that I'm using is Dragon Hoard yarn. It's just my bow.
This is what I made the baby sweater out of, guys.
And then this is my Ocean Mist.
Oh.
This is on Dragon Hoard yarn, the fluffy sock, which is 75/25 superwash merino wool. And my Ocean Mist is on 100% one-ply merino. And oh my goodness.
You guys.
This, Tristan, see if you can.
Feel it, guys.
If you can feel this.
Mm-hmm.
And then feel this. There is a definite
such a
difference in feel. Both of us just started carrying one-ply in our shops.
And I only have it on a few of my colorways right now.
And I wasn't sure how it was going to go over. And maybe people just have to get used to the idea of it because it is not super wash. Mm-hmm. But making shawls, honestly, shawls you don't wash a lot.
No, now, and when you wash them, you want to hand wash them anyways.
Yeah, hand wash them. But when we took our class by Andrea Mowry, this was something I didn't know. And it makes total sense. It's a really good thing to know. She said she prefers to make shawls out of one-ply. Or anything that you want to be able to, that will spring back to its original shape a little better. She said superwash, when you get it wet, it just goes, it just kind of spreads out. So if you have a sweater that is made out of superwash, 75/25, when it dries, it's going to dry bigger than what it was.
Yeah. She
said one-ply, it does bloom the lace, but then it springs back, she said, a little better. It doesn't like a, what did she say, like a hat, if you blocked a hat that was super wash, it's going to get really big and it's going to dry really big. But if you block a hat that's in a 100% merino or a one-ply, it's going to dry, but it's going to also spring back and it'll just be more stretchy. So I thought I'd try it. And we ordered some. I have some in the shop that I'll talk about during I'm Dying Here. But I love knitting with it.
Yeah, I can't wait because I'm going to be casting on my moving to the country shawl. And
it's been I could not stop. I was almost falling asleep into my knitting last night because I got to the one-ply and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so, it's like luxurious feeling. It's one-ply, so it's not splitty.
Yeah.
I guess it can be. It could be, but
depends on your needle. Yeah,
and I'm using my Hiya Sharps in a size 4 US needle, which is it's a 5 millimeter. I'm using a 4. No, it's a 3.5 millimeter. I'm old. These are little. That's little letters.
I have such a hard time. They need to do it bigger.
It's a 4 US size 4, and it's a 3.5 millimeter or an H19. I don't know what country does that one. Whatever. And I'm doing it on the 40-inch cord.
See, I'm really enjoying the single ply just for the fact that it's really interesting being a dyer and seeing how because on different bases your dye is going to be taken up differently. And I noticed on the 100% merino on the single ply, the speckling is a little bit different. And I like that because
it doesn't look as...
It doesn't necessarily look as speckly, but the transitions on it are gorgeous.
It becomes more of a variegated, but it's still, oh my gosh, it's just, as you can tell, it's
like your speckles, like there's
a speckle.
Yeah, your speckles,
not dotty,
fade in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like
dyeing on it is a little different. It does take up the dye a lot differently.
Yes.
So I'm kind of still getting used to that, but I love how Ocean Mist turned out.
I know.
Mermaid Party,
I think it's still so funny. I don't have any of your most popular.
Ocean Mist I've sold so many of, and
I've never knit with that, and I've never knit with Mermaid Party or Weathering the Storm.
Oh yeah, and I've used all of those. And I've made socks out of Ocean Mist.
Yes,
but this is never anything on my one ply, And I love it. Also, one ply you can splice.
Yep.
So you can, if you want to put two together, you don't have to weave in ends.
Yes.
You just, I haven't tried it yet. But what it does is it felts it together.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my one project. It's Andrea Mowry's Free Your Fade. And I'm loving it. I can't wait.
Like you were saying, it's very relaxing. You do have to pay attention
and
to parts
the
of
next
it,
color is going to be this one, which is...
You just got that fade down.
My new color. I don't even know if it's supposed to be 4 colors or 3.
I did 4.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do as many as you want.
She
said she tells you where you can blend the colors, and you can do as many as you want.
This is a new color.
I really like that.
And it's called Autumn Speckles. So it's got orange, green, gold, red, and teal. There's some teal in it. So the teal blends in with Tristan's yarn. Oh, I just can't wait. I wish it was on single ply. I've thought about dyeing some up today on single ply because I'm loving the single ply.
Well, you got a minute because the beginning goes, you're on a big section, so you might have time to dye it and wait for it to dry.
But this is in my shop, the Autumn Speckles, and it matches, it coordinates really well with Ocean Mist. It coordinates really well with Calgary.
How does it with pumpkin carving?
Pumpkin carving it would definitely go with. Okay. Pumpkin carving has many of the same colors. Pumpkin carving does have bright pink and bright blue in it. Okay. But it also has brown.
But it might be good to have this at the beginning and you could fade into that if you wanted to.
Yeah, eventually.
That's fun.
So that goes along with both of our colors, I bet.
I think so. Because we're also autumn focused right now.
Yeah. Okay, so what else are you sipping on?
I have another project. Yeah, you need to put your scarf on or they're going to get really confused. Are you hot?
It was itchy.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
It was itchy.
Are you hot?
I'm hot. Right.
Anyways, I'm working on a new project, and it's in my Give Me a Crown bag, which is huge. Whoa. And I love it. And I may have ordered
more bags from Nina.
I love her bags.
She just came out with her new podcast this morning. I was watching it.
Give
Me a Crown podcast. You guys should check it out.
There's a cute little logo. Anyways, let's see. Okay, so I started my Rhinebeck sweater. Yay. So I decided to do the flax sweater. And it's great because it's a very basic pattern. Oh, flax sweater by Tin Can Knits. But it's a very basic pattern. And I really like that it's a good base for any alterations that you might want to do. And there's some different things that I want to do with it. So this is as far as I've gotten so far. It's a top-down sweater, and it is a paid-for pattern, so I don't want to give too much away.
Right, and purpley.
Thank you. And purple's not my color, so
I know.
It's going to be so fun to wear.
You gotta quit saying that, because every color is your color, apparently. You will wear anything.
I will wear anything. So I'm just working on the neck and yoke and torso stuff at the top.
It's a pretty color, though.
Thank you. So this is my cackle colorway. And now I feel like I should just cackle because none of you can get it. So this was one of my Psycho Summer colorways, and it came with this green mini.
It's so bright.
Ridiculous.
It's not even showing.
And so I ended up not selling any of them for one reason or another, and I'm like, no. Doesn't matter.
I'll just make a sweater out of it.
I'm just going to make a sweater out of it. So I decided to use this, and I love it. I'm loving this. I have gotten more people requesting this, so I might bring it back.
At Halloween time
We'll see. Yeah, probably more at Halloween. Probably won't come with the mini, though, so sorry. But yeah, I am loving on this color right now. And so this is on my fluffy sock base, which is great for sweaters, in my opinion. Yes. Especially fingering weight sweaters. Yes. And so what I'm going to be doing with it is I'm going to knit the entire sweater in its color, and then my plan for it is when I get to about right here on the sleeve, I'm going to start an eyelet section, then knit a couple rows and put in a couple stripes of the bright green, and then wait a couple rows and do some eyelets. So I'm going to be playing with it a little bit, but the bottom cuff and the cuff of the sleeves are going to be that bright green.
That's going to be really pretty.
I'm super excited because you were right when you gave me the feedback of maybe you don't want to put that on the collar, because I
don't think it's
I think bright, vibrant does not look necessarily great with me. And that's something that we learned from Andrea Mowry when we took her class. It's like, if it's not your color, you could still wear it. Just don't put it maybe around your face area. Yeah. And so I'm going to put it on the bottom of my sweater instead. And I have been asked to write up my notes of what I do on a project page in Ravelry, so I will be doing that. I also decided there is a texture up on top of the sleeves that I'm not going to do. I think it would just
decided
be...
against it, huh? Huh? You decided
Yeah, I decided against it. I think it would be too much if I'm altering and doing some things in the bottom to have the sleeves have this kind of, I don't know what it's called, ruffle thingy going on. It's beautiful if you were doing a solid sweater, but I'm not going to be. And so I just took that out of the pattern, didn't do it when it told me to do it. I just followed the basic skeleton structure of the pattern, and then I'm going to play with it.
Yeah, and I think that's a good choice. I mean, this is just my opinion, but I like the look of the stockinette with the knit part showing rather than the purl part showing.
And I think for like oversized sweaters and stuff, that would be really cute.
Yeah,
to have it textured on the arms. But if you're doing maybe a more fit sweater, at least for this flax sweater, I think it just makes your arms look a little bigger. And I'm not all for that with me. I mean, if you have, like, if you like it, go for it. I just know that I'm usually a little bit more self-conscious about my arms, and so I wouldn't personally want to draw attention there. And so that's how I'm going to do it, and I love it. And again, the flax sweater is a really good pattern for making it your own, or making it your beast, if you will.
For sure.
Yeah, for Knit Night, one of the other ladies actually, Lauren, that was her first time, she was working on a flax sweater for her husband.
Yeah, really cute.
Yeah, and she changed the bottom and she put a bunch of little jumping Marios around it, and I died.
It was really cool.
I love that.
Some color work in there.
So that's what I'm working on right now for the Rhinebeck sweater, Knit Along. And I have decided that I'm going to make 2. If I have time, I'm going to make 3. I'm going to make as many as I possibly can.
You're overwhelming me.
I don't know how I have more time than you do.
I remember a year ago when I'm like, I'm going to make a sweater a month for Ireland. Because I'm going to Ireland in like 2 months, and less than 2 months.
Less than 2 months.
So I wanted to have one sweater a day to wear there. But it's going to be more like shawls.
Well, you can borrow mine.
Well, I have shawls I can wear.
Okay.
I just wanted to do like a me-made trip where every day I'm wearing something that I made. So I'll bring my socks.
Oh my gosh, a me-made anything. If I could have a whole me-made outfit, like I have a sewing machine, I know how to sew, I'd rather be knitting.
Knit yourself some leggings.
Yeah, maybe that. I've actually looked at some of Stephen West's pattern of like the full pants and stuff. Thought about it.
Yeah.
Or like the 70s shorts.
I thought about it. You know, that's a lot of knitting, but in my mind, for me, I'd almost like I would love those, but I would want to do them like in a lace weight, just so that just so that it's a tighter look,
I would almost want to make them look looser and do them as like joggers.
So make the pants actually looser?
Yeah,
so
like
really be leggings?
Bigger gauge
like
kind of thing.
Like a sweatpants?
Yeah.
That would be so cute.
That'd be so much fun.
You know what would be so cute?
Skirt. What?
Maybe I shouldn't say. Someone might steal this idea. But make some like sweatpants, and across the butt, you know how you go like Victoria's juicy? Secret, it says pink. Yeah. You could put yarn.
Well, I already know I'm stealing that one.
That would be so cute. On the front, you could put 2 yarn balls. I'm just kidding. That would be inappropriate. That's so bad.
Oh gosh.
Stephen West, if you want to steal that idea, you can. Because if anybody could pull that off, you could.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
So are you sipping on any other projects?
Great. No, those are my 2 things, which is really crazy for me. Because again, cast-on-itis. But I did finish some pretty big things this week that we'll talk about.
We will talk about it. I think we should do our segment of I wonder what's in this next.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, I'm not allowed to buy anything anymore.
She's been a little crazy lately.
I have like 3 or 4 more things coming. But I need to save for Rhinebeck.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be buying stuff at Rhinebeck. So.
True. And I have to save for Ireland for I have some spending money put aside. Mm-hmm. But then I have to save for Rhinebeck too.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway.
You're not leaving there empty.
I'm going on so many trips.
I know you are.
I love it.
But So I had a couple awesome things come in this week. How many do you have? You have the one, right? You moved it way back there.
I know. I was like, where is it? Here, hold that.
Okay, so it was brought to my attention that I order from her a lot. And I know I do.
It's not a bad thing.
And I have a problem. And she knows it. I ordered from Meg from Bad Wolf Girl Studios. And I can't remember what colors I bought. But she sent more than I ordered, and so she may be in trouble a little.
How do you know?
Because I only bought 2 skeins. There's 3. You can feel them. And then, she wrote me a love letter.
Aw.
She sent it from me.
An extra yarn because the other ones didn't want to travel along.
I'm sending her a puppy care package, and I need to go. I'm waiting because I wanted to go today and get... there's a chocolate factory that makes dog chocolate treats, but they're safe for dogs. Wow. And so I was going to go get some of those for her and send them to T. But I have like a little kit that I wanted to send. Okay, so...
her card just
I dropped everything.
There's tissue paper.
So these are from Meg, Bad Wolf Girl Studios. She also has she got new cards, guys. These are so legit. So... here's her card, and here's all of her info. So I bought her Embers colorway, and she is on Etsy, Bad Wolf Girl Studios, and then her YouTube, Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits. I'm an avid watcher. Love it, Meg. You didn't have to. You're so sweet. Okay. So I purchased her Embers colorway.
That is really pretty.
I know, and I don't know what I want to make with it. I just wanted them. The problem with me is, like, I never buy sweaters quantities, but I always think of sweaters when I buy stuff, and I'm like, this needs to be a sweater.
That looks like it. Look how casual I look right now.
Huh?
What's up? What's up?
Huh?
Okay.
But, so, she just came out with these, and I believe this is Game of Thrones inspired. Y'all, I don't watch Game of Thrones.
I watched the first 4 episodes. I need to watch more. I liked it.
See, there are 2 fandoms that I have not gotten into yet, and it's Game of Thrones and Supernatural.
Or Downton Abbey. That's a fandom.
Is there a fandom for that?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
We're the same group of people that do Anne of Green Gables and Call the Midwife. Yes, I'm heavily involved in Call the Midwife right now.
So here are her gorgeous colors. And apparently, these didn't want to travel alone, even though, there's 2 of them. I don't get your logic, but that's cute. So she sent me a skein of her Mermish colorway. And this is on her twisty sock, I believe. And so it's 75% superwash merino, 20 nylon, 5% stellina, because she knows that I'm ridiculous with my sparkle. Oh, I love it, Meg.
Is that it? Hold on, I want to see.
So this is a higher twist.
It's a 2-ply.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 2-ply?
I think. Just play with it. We'll see.
It's 2-ply, and it's squishy, though. How awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Get rid of the crinkle. So thanks, Meg. I wasn't expecting this. You didn't have to.
That is really pretty, though.
Oh, I love it. I'm excited. I have been a fan of that colorway for a while, so I'm really excited.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Is it my turn?
Yes, do yours, because then I have one to open, and then we have one to open.
I like the wee ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bought it.
I put it in. After our last podcast, I really loved the stitch markers that Tristan had purchased.
My little dinos.
So, and when I see stitch markers, I have so many that they have to be extra adorable or extra unique or something because I can't justify buying anymore. Because I have so many that I've purchased. It's just hard for me to do that.
But then put them all together in one place and see how many you have. I don't have as many as I thought I did.
I do.
Oh.
Like I put them in my Starbucks travel mug and it filled it up almost halfway.
Oh my gosh.
Well, because when I buy yarn or people have gifted me things and I've made a few and I bought a lot.
So this is from Truffles Shuffle.
Truffles Shuffle.
On Etsy.
It's
on Jen,
Etsy.
Right?
I don't know. What is it? It's Jensen.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said it's
Jensen.
It's Jensen. One word.
Is it really?
It's one word, Jensen.
I love that.
It's like a last name, but it's first name.
Well, it's like, Jensin.
Jensen, like Jensen Ackles.
That is so cute.
Yeah. Anyway, I ordered. Oh my god.
You were the one that got it. I wanted this, and I went in her shop like an hour later, and it was gone. I'm so mad at you.
I ordered an adorable little unicorn.
Guys, the horn is sparkly.
So cute. And then I wanted a little octopus. Look how adorable.
See, this is the one I wanted. I'm so it will not
My
stop
nails
moving.
look so bad.
Look at the face.
Oh my gosh.
It has little bumps on its back.
So cute.
Oh my gosh.
And then I didn't order this, but she threw in a little diamond.
I actually really like using that stitch marker.
They're really light too.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
They look like they'd be heavy, but they're not. Mm-mm. They're really light.
And that's what's interesting because I made stitch markers for a little while and they were so bad. Thank you whoever bought them because they were really bad.
But they were not.
My little Hogwarts ones.
I loved them. Ooh. Whoa. Well, thank you so much, Jensen. Those are so adorable. Thanks for the extra little one. I'm so excited. I love stitch markers.
Cute. So yeah, she's on Etsy. Check her out. Again, apparently she sells out really fast.
And can I just tell you, I went on Sucra. Is it Sucra?
I'm just gonna let you do it.
SS
Sucre
miniatures. Sucra.
Miniatures.
The miniatures place, and she's made bowls of cereal, and she had a bowl of Lucky Charms as one of the stitch markers. It was perfect, but she sold out. And that's the first time I've looked at her miniatures.
I haven't even been on there
yet,
yet, actually.
My gosh, you guys. She has like tacos and cheeseburgers and I mean amazing Pop-Tarts.
You'll be surprised with what I have some more stitch markers coming.
You do?
They're not from her.
No,
and I don't think from Truffle Shuffle either.
No, it's from another one I think you showed me. The one you told me to look up.
Yes.
Anyway, love them. Okay. Thank you, Jensen. Those were beautiful. So check out her shop, and I will be posting in the show notes where you can find her stuff.
Okay, and I forgot about these little doodads because they're not in packages, and I already know what they are.
They're not for sale.
And they're not for sale. So when we went to knit night, I ended up, we have our best friend Ella. Who didn't sit by either of us.
Who's underage, and that's why we will not give you any of her information. We are very protective of Ella.
Mm-hmm. But we did a swap, and I gave her yarn, and she made me these ridiculous stitch markers, and I feel like I need to, dye her more skeins.
It's breakfast food, pancakes.
It's so funny, though, because she's like, what kind do you want? I'm like, I don't know, tea, coffee, pancakes, donuts, breakfast food. I don't know. Surprise me. She made all of them.
Look how cute those are.
Oh, my gosh. She's so great.
Those eggs on there, dying. I just died.
I know.
The little eggs they're just so cute.
Oh, my gosh.
So that's from Ella.
Mm-hmm. And then I did kind of talk someone into starting to branch out towards knitters. Last Saturday, I went to our local farmer's market where I live, and this lady was selling jewelry. And I think they're so cute. Here's some of the earrings that I will actually keep as earrings. But I was talking to her, I'm like, have you ever thought about doing stitch markers at all? And she's like, no, I never, I don't even know what those are.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I didn't either, and I'm a knitter.
And so I was talking to her about them, the knitting community is great, and we're obsessed with things, and so it'd be really cool, because I haven't seen anyone do things like her. These are, and I asked her if I could make these into stitch markers, or if she'd get offended, and she's like, no, do it. So I'm making all of these into stitch markers, but her style is so cool.
Like boho.
Yeah, I just really like it. And I think it's made out of polymer clay too, but she paints them. I have a necklace, I'm just not wearing it today, that I loved, but she has so many cute ones. They're not heavy. It's the paper that's heavy. Oh yeah. They're not heavy at all. So I was planning on making them into stitch markers and bringing them, but I haven't had time to do that because, knitting calls. So I was really excited about that, and that is Young Blood Jewel on Etsy. She just barely started.
This came out of one of your packs. I think
that was yours.
That was in mine. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, she goes for a really Aztec-y look.
It's really cool. It's really beautiful.
So she said that she's going to start looking at doing that. I don't know if she has done it just yet, but keep that in mind as you go forward. I'm going to keep looking because I want some more of these. Okay, and then another thing I ordered.
I have one more.
You do? Show yours.
Okay, also
I feel so bad.
Knit Night, Tristan forgot to bring hers, but at Knit Night, Audrey from the Knit Song podcast came for the first time, and she brought Tristan and I a gift, which was so sweet. For Deborah
and Emily some too.
So sweet. She's a yarn dyer.
She doesn't have a shop yet. She's
just getting started, and I want to show you what she got me. And okay. She brought me a skein of her hand-dyed yarn.
And that's such your colors.
It's so sweet.
And I feel so bad because I left mine at home because I already caked it up. I already got it ready for a project and added it to my pile in my yarn closet.
So it's Knit Song Yarns is what it will be. And she doesn't have, I don't believe her shop's up and running yet.
Mm-mm. But she's planning on it and she will.
And here it is.
How to get rid of it.
I love it. I think it's beautiful.
Oh gosh, I love the speckling.
And I do love pinks. Pinks are my.
You do. There's some greens in here though, right?
Can I just tell you? It's what's funny is I love pink and I'm very attracted to pink, but I don't knit with it very often at all.
See, I hate pink.
And I love this because it's subtle and it would be. It's gonna be in a fade somewhere.
Yeah.
Or else a pair of socks. But Tristan is more. You're veering towards Stephen West-ish. She's doing a lot of bright colors, and you're getting brighter and brighter and more out of your comfort zone. Weird. Yeah, than you used to. And I'm kind of as much as I love pinks. Well, I've always worn neutrals. I don't wear a lot of pinks. I just feel more comfortable in neutrals or blues and greens and grays and that.
Well, I do too. Those are ones that I really enjoy wearing, and I feel like I'm super cute in, but they're just not fun to knit with.
Well, and you've been wearing flowery stuff to work.
That's true. That is true.
So
yeah, I guess, huh?
But
think about a mini so faded with these colors with that dress
squishy.
I wore the other day with the flowers all over it.
Yeah, see, something like this faded into, and then you end up with fade into pinks and browns, and then you end up with darker browns and maybe even into a black. You could do so much with a fade.
That'd be so cute.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks so much, Audrey. I love it.
I didn't bring mine. I felt like a loser.
I saw you're not. You just forgot. And when you travel to someone's house for a podcast, you have to bring a lot.
I do.
But thank you. So anyway, that's the last thing that I have.
And then I have one more that I am going to open. I bought more Peggy Jane fibers.
We like her yarn though. It's so pretty.
Oh. I know. Okay, so you just said that about the bright colors, and I'm like, but guess what's in my bag? So.
It's beautiful.
Okay. Oh. All right. So I got some. Oh, she's so sweet. Kelly. All right. So. I just wanted more yarn. I'm using some of my stash, and so I talked myself into it one night where I'm just like, I just need to buy some more yarn. So I did. And I love Peggy Jane fibers.
That's so. You know what I'm seeing in my head? The yarn that I got at Vogue Knitting Live from the sparkle stuff. What's hers called?
Forbidden Woolery.
Forbidden Woolery. I've got all these colors.
Oh my gosh.
I've got light versions of the mauve. I've got some blues. I've got some greens.
This is mine.
Anyway.
Back off.
I know. Just saying.
I might use something else. This was not it. So this one is called Through the Veil, Cabernet.
Cabernet.
What am I, 5?
Right?
Look at those colors. I actually got it because it looks really similar to my Trelawney color.
Oh, so maybe you can
play with them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh, I love those colors. And it has some greens, and I didn't even see that.
See, that's my thing is I need to buy more colors. And I did. When we bought the Madeline Tosh, I bought more neutral and muted colors. Mm-hmm. Even, but the next one you're going to show, even that is, that is beautiful. And you can tone that down with a lighter or a different shade of green or a navy or a gray.
And the thing is, I have one that is a lot of these colors too. My McGonagall colorway.
Pretty, yeah.
That I'm going to play with this one. And this is Through the Veil Peacock.
Wow.
And is it not a peacock, guys?
That is so
my
pretty.
God. So yeah, I love her. I love her base.
It's beautiful.
What it is, but I love it.
Is it a 75-25?
I think so.
75 merino, hand superwash, and 25% nylon.
Yeah, 4-ply.
4-ply.
Yep, and I love me some 4-plies.
It's really
I like
pretty.
2-ply. I'm playing with it. I really like 4-ply. I think it's just squishy.
It is, but my favorite, I have to say,
is the singles.
It's been the one ply. I never thought I'd say that, but knitting with one ply merino.
I need to knit with it. See, I haven't knit with it yet. Yeah. I'm going to on my dream knitting. We'll talk about that.
I've knit with one ply regular wool, but the one ply merino is just so soft and cloudy.
Yeah. Love it. So. I can't wait. So there's those. I love it. Okay, so one more thing that I bought. You can open. Don't look at anything.
Oh my gosh, what is that? Okay.
So this is in preparation for our trip.
I'm not looking at it yet. I'm not looking. Can I look yet?
Yeah, you can.
Can I see what they are if I look?
Yes, you will, but yes.
Oh my gosh, what are these?
Open.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Ready?
Yes. Mark is set. Go.
That was our go.
Does everybody know what this is? Audrey Sue Knits and Chelsea and Sue from Legacy Knits Fiber Company.
Legacy Knits.
Legacy
Knits Fiber Company.
Have put together a little gathering crafting
It's essentially an extra show at Rhinebeck.
Show with, it only has like 6 or 8 vendors.
Grocery Girls talked about it like it's going to be a recurring thing.
That'll be so cool. They rented out a venue and they put out some swag.
Yes,
and this is the swag.
So we got our market bags for shopping. I wanted to get the shirts, but they were sold out.
And she said they were not going to be selling this at the show. You had to get it, and I'll be bringing this.
Oh, yeah. This is what I'm going to be toting around in the marketplace. What I buy.
And I'm so excited because I was texting back and forth with Molly from a homespun house.
Molly, she's so fun.
She all of a sudden one day she's like, have we talked about this since our last podcast?
No, we haven't.
Oh my gosh, I got a message from Molly and she's like, I'm going to Rhinebeck. And I said, what? You're going to Rhinebeck? She's like, yes. So we talked about, and they said,
isn't she staying with them?
She's staying with Sue, I think.
Right.
And I said, oh, we're totally going to their event they're putting on the night before. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be there too. And I'm so excited to see Molly and meet her in person. And she's so sweet. So much fun. And so anyway, they are not going to be selling these at the venue. So we'll totally be like, yeah, that's
got my swag going.
I might even embroider something on it. I might embroider.
I'm going to probably put a bunch of my pins on here.
Yeah, for sure. Pins and...
We should embroider things. Wishful thinking that we're probably never going to do. We should totally embroider things on here.
Or puff paint or something.
Oh my gosh, put like a bunch of the big pom-poms all the way around it.
Or fringes or
oh my gosh,
something.
This could be my fringe supply bag.
I could make it into a backpack.
I think anyone can make it into a backpack. If you try hard enough and just put it on and be like, this is my backpack.
Thank you, Tristan. Thank you so much.
It was so funny, though, because I bought these. And then I texted her, I'm like, don't buy these. And she's like, I was totally going to go buy something.
I was getting ready to go on and look and see what they had.
But it's like, for certain things, I know I can't surprise you. Because I know that you would buy them for both of us, too.
Yeah, because we kind of watch the same
like the recurring ones. We watch a lot of the same ones. But yeah, I'm so excited. So this is the big bag. I think they have a small bag too. They have some mugs. They have maternity shirts, but they have shirts on there.
Wow.
I was just so sad because they have 2 different types of women's shirts. And I wanted the one that was more like the junior shirt that had the softer feel. Instead of the generic like women's tee kind of thing. And so I'm just waiting for those because I think those would be fun too to wear. But at the same time, I'm like, we're going to have our knitwear.
Would we be total nerds if we walked in with our needles up shirt, needles up hat, like needles up backpack?
Oh my gosh, a giant pin that says,
pin the
do you
needles
have
up.
Your needles up?
Are
your needles there?
We might scare them if we did that. Could you please escort those 2 ladies out of the event?
We're your biggest fans.
We love you!
No, we're probably just going to have the bags, honestly.
Just the bags.
But yeah, so I wanted to represent.
That is so cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm so excited.
My giant pile of things over here. Oh, I wanted to show this really fast. Okay. This is something I'm going to donate to the podcast because my little sister Marche donated it to me for my birthday. But she got me like a million things and let me choose if I wanted this or not. So I'm like, it's okay. I can keep it. That's fine. I was going to keep it, but it's hilarious. And I just want to share it with you guys. So I wanted this for like a little notions bag. It's super cute, but it's a butter. Or no, it's not butter. It's an egg.
With a face.
But.
It's got an egg with a bun.
Oh my gosh. I lost it because I was choosing between this one and another one. And I was looking at it, I'm like, I don't know what to pick. And I turned over and I'm just like, okay, done.
That one's so cute.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know it was an egg when I first saw it.
Yeah, it almost looks like
so I was like,
butter.
What is it?
But yeah.
I thought it was some weird animal.
And so I'm going to put this into the drawings bin that we have.
That's awesome.
So I think what was this? This was on the Ipsy app thing. It's a monthly, it says it literally right here. But it's ordering makeup, and they always send them in these little bags, and she gets them like once a month or something. So she has so many of them. So I'm like, yeah. Cute. And there's the price. So yeah, put that in the bin.
Okay, so we want to move on now to our next segment, which is our finished brews.
Yeah.
So Tristan, I don't know if you have any. Do you have anything you can even show that you've done? What have you been doing for 2 weeks? Okay.
Everything.
I have none.
You have none?
I have one that I made a while ago, but I finally blocked it. I'm counting it.
Do it, because I didn't even weave in these ends.
Huh? Okay, let's see it. Let's see it.
I finished my For Your Fade.
It's so pretty.
I love it. I didn't think I was going to because I went a different route with it last minute when I was fading some colors. I'm just like, halfway through, I'm just like, I hate this. I did it so bad. And then I got to the end, I'm just like, this is so pretty.
You didn't like the colors
I didn't like the colors I picked. And so I started with the Forest Nymph.
Yes.
Forest Nymph colorway by Yarn Café Creations. Just super pretty. And I had these left over because I did my Move Into the Country shawl in this color. And then, I need to take it off. I am getting hot though.
Yeah, she's got like,
I need to take this off.
It's a hot summer day here at the farm.
So I started with the Forest Nymph colorway. Can you help me?
Yes.
And then I faded into Sorcerer's Stone.
Which I love.
By Forbidden Woolery. I actually don't know what this color is. But it's by Forbidden Woolery as well. I think it's still Harry Potter related. And then I went into my How Far I'll Go colorway. So my Moana colorway that I'm making the socks out. That's how I had it blocked. No, I haven't blocked it yet. Oh my gosh. I haven't even blocked it yet. And it's so big, pretty, but it's so pretty, guys.
Look how gorgeous it is. And yes, it is long, but you know what? That looks so good.
Did you see me wearing it? Did it look overwhelming? Beautiful. No. It's so nice because it's long, but it's thinner. Or it's not as deep. Mm-hmm. And so, this is so pretty.
So gorgeous.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, as soon as because I was going to change this into like a blue with reds in it and then fade into a navy blue over here. And then I changed my mind last minute. I think that would have been really cute. But because I'm going to be doing another one and it's going to be like oranges and browns.
I think you made the right choice.
But
I might do 4 colors. You're inspiring me.
Right? So this actually calls for 3, but she shows you how you can fade it differently if you want to. And so I chose to do it differently. And they don't match. Like I made just a little bit of this color, a little bit of this color, a whole lot of the red, and then a little bit of the purple.
I love it.
I'm not holding the purple. You're holding the purple. A little bit of the purple.
Which is more burgundy. It's burgundy with greens and stuff, but the way it pulls out some of the colors.
Fun knit, though.
Well, but this pulls out some of the reddish, the red.
And that's what I loved about it, because you wouldn't think necessarily that these colors would fade together. But, I mean, wearing it on, you get to see the different chunks, which I love. And that's why I love multiple color shawls. Because I wear them around the neck, not around the shoulders. I don't do that.
I think that's how a lot of people do
it. Yeah, and I like the different color, like, because even if it's faded, it will look color blocked when you're wearing it a lot of times.
And it looks stripy, and that's okay.
But the stripy right here is really cool because that color is in this color.
It is.
Like, a ton.
Yes.
And then this color, different yarns, but it worked. I don't know. Yeah, and this was my first time doing the Pico binding. So I hope I did it right.
It looks perfect.
So it looks and now really I know how to Pico.
And once you
I'm
block
gonna throw that into a pattern.
Once you block it, you know what? This won't block out super big because it's a smaller
needle. No, but it'll fit. But
it'll be perfect.
It'll be so great. But the problem was I was blocking something else last night, and it took up all my space. So
because I was going to block 7 feet long, why would it? Take up all the
I thought maybe I could fit them both on.
Oh, that's
but
funny.
It wasn't even necessarily the space. It was also my little pins. I didn't have enough.
Did I get you 2 packages of pins?
Yeah, but I have my old ones, and I don't know what those ones are. They're in my closet.
Or the old ones?
The new ones.
Oh.
They're in my closet somewhere. And then...
Well, I have one thing.
Let's see your thing.
I made this a long time ago, and I've never blocked it. And I am not sure I like how it blocked.
I think you just need to learn how to block the edges better.
I had pins like literally every inch.
Really?
Every inch I had a pin. I just think I needed to do the edging a little different. I slipped the first stitch, but I didn't slip it with the yarn in front, and so I think that's what makes a difference. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I finally got it blocked, and it was made with a wool. I wrote it down because it's not one scarf. It's Safir Yarn, Safir. It's made in Turkey. 50% wool, 50% polyamide. So, and it's a 1-ply yarn, and it's
you did like
orange.
cables.
I did cables all the way up. But again, the edging is the only thing I don't like, and so I may change that and make a new one.
This is a great present, though. It's so fun sometimes when you're like, you finish a project and you're like, I'm so gung-ho to wear it, and then you don't wear it. Maybe a year later, you fall out of love with it. You can give it away as a present.
And what I might do next time, too, is not do a ribbed edge, and I might do live stitches. Or just start the immediate cables, and then I might make it into like a cowl.
I think that'd be cute.
Yeah, I think
that would be a really cute cowl.
Yeah,
because it's so deep.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my one.
Yeah, I don't have any either.
Finished projects.
No, I'm kidding.
You have one,
guys.
Yay!
I finished my So Faded sweater, and
I love it.
It took a lot for me not to talk about it up until this point. I still don't know how I feel about this color blending section because I didn't blend as much because I used a tonal and then speckles.
Yeah,
it's super contrasting.
I like it personally.
And some people do like it. Like I've had a lot of comments that people like it.
It looks like it's a design element. Like it makes it look like a little cap sleeve.
I tried. Mm-hmm. I did it on purpose.
I think it's beautiful.
But I really like it, and I finally blocked it. And so let me show off my shorts and all of it. So I started with my Patronus colorway, and then I went down to my Firenze colorway, and I faded actually into a sparkle.
I love it, though.
And it's my always colorway. And then into my Bad Wolf Girl Studios colorway, the Ginny Weasley colorway. And this is so hard. How do people do this? But it just, oh my gosh.
And you made it. Did you make the bottom different?
I made the bottom a little different. I don't know how I'm going to do this.
You do it. Okay. We can see it.
There we go. All right, so the bottom's a little different. I didn't close it over. I made a gap, and then I made the back a little bit longer. And
it works.
That worked out. And it really worked out.
Yeah. It looks really good that way. I love it.
Yeah, and my next one, I'm probably going to do the sleeves to about right here. I'm going to do it in more neutral colors, and so I can wear it over my work clothes, and I'm going to do a cropped.
Okay, yeah.
It's going to be super
cute.
Are
you going to do the bottom the same?
No, I'm probably not going to do the bottom the same because I want it to cinch a little bit more. But I did that design element a little bit differently because I want it to spread out around my booty and accentuate my good curves instead of like making it look squished and different frumpiness right there.
Make a difference. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what's so great about patterns is that you can alter it to what looks good with your body type. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I did, and I really actually like how it came out. I didn't get gauge for it. I didn't check gauge. I never swatch. So
I like it,
I'm surprised it fits so well. And
really
I didn't swatch for my next sweater either. I probably will for the Hohe one though, because I do not want to get that one wrong. But the sizing on it is really true too. So I was really excited when I blocked it. It was drying in my car this morning as I was driving over still. And yeah, it's done.
I think it's beautiful, and I'm going to start mine.
Yours is going to be so cool.
Tristan, you have a different shirt on.
I am magically delicious, and I just do that sometimes.
It's just magical. Okay.
I also took my shoes off because it's really hot, and
yeah. Well, we want to also talk about some projects that we are thinking about making. I mentioned I'm going to make the So Faded sweater.
I'm so excited about what yours is going to look like.
I'm excited because I sweaters. I love sweaters. I wear sweaters all winter long. I do. But I wear more so I wear the cardigans. Mm-hmm. I wear cardigans even in the summer because it's cold in our building. And a lot of my shirts are sleeveless, and they don't allow sleeveless shirts at work. So I always wear a little cardigan. So I thought, I'm going to turn my So Faded into a cardigan. I'm not going to steek it. I think I'm just going to make it into a cardigan. And then I thought, wouldn't it be cute also to make it into I want to make it a little oversized. So I'll probably go up a size. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make it full long sleeve.
Yeah, if you want to try mine on, I did the size small.
Okay. Is that the smallest one?
I don't know. I think so.
Okay.
Or I did.
Well, I think I'll do that just so that it's a little bit oversized for a sweater because I wear it over clothes.
Yeah.
And then I might put a hood on it. I might add a hood just to make it a little more casual, so that I can wear it with a t-shirt or with something nice. Mm-hmm. So I'll keep you all informed on that.
Oh
That's big words.
It's so cool though. I don't want to give anything away with the pattern, but the way that the pattern is built, that'll be so easy to be able to insert that in.
Okay, because usually
like change that around and stuff. It'll be so easy.
I was kind of reading because I bought the pattern and I was kind of reading over it, and I think I'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm making a totally different sweater out of the sewed pattern. Because I don't even think I'm going to do the shoulders the way that it is. I think I want to keep it all
stockinette.
Mm-hmm, stockinette. I think so.
That'll be cute. I'm really excited to see how that goes.
I want to do the thing.
I love how the neck is on that because I love accentuating collarbones. And so that's that's perfect. Like, I wouldn't do it with the flax sweater. It's going to look really good with that neckline.
Okay. Good. So that's my idea. Mm-hmm. So that's what's coming up.
And you don't know what yarn you're using on that?
No.
Okay. What am I going to play with? Ooh, I've been really wanting to cast on a stuffy for a while now. And so I finally found one. I mean, it wasn't that hard because they're adorable and they're everywhere. But it's the Voodoo You Love Me dolls, and they're little voodoo dolls.
That's going to be so cute for Halloween.
I'm so excited. And so actually one of the colorways I brought today to show in the I'm Dying here, it's actually called my Zombie Dance Club, and it's this color. And I only have 2, and they're one of a kind, and I just sold one. And so I'm like, maybe I should take the other one off.
And make it into
and just
stuffy?
Make me a stuffy.
That'd be so cute.
But I mean, I could do this, or I could just do like a natural base and like speckle and just dye my own yarn for it. But I love it. I'm so excited. If anyone wants to knit those along with me, you can, and we can compare.
They're so cute. That's going to be so fun.
So I want to, this year, make more of my own Halloween decorations. And so I'm going to start by making it these, because then Eric can't say no because I made it.
True.
And so he can't be like, oh, that's a dumb decoration, because he will die.
He will not win that.
No, he will not. And I think this is something that I could actually make him, because we always have
love it.
Yeah, we always have this thing of buying each other like stuffed animals whenever we go somewhere, or we'll go to Nickel City, which is a little arcade center, and we'll win stuffed animals for each other.
You're
so
so
I know with stuffed,
I know.
So I know with stuffed animals, at least I could knit that for him. He told me never to make him a sweater and never to make him a pair of socks. I can make him all the hats that I want, but nothing else. But I think I could make this.
That would be so.
So I'm gonna make a couple of those dolls, but this will be the first stuffy ever. So we'll see.
Well, you've crocheted some.
Oh, I've crocheted so many.
You've crocheted a lot. I've never knitted one, but
I've never knit one. Mm-hmm. Yes. Good. So that's one of my dream knittings.
And I think. I'm gonna make also the campside pullover by Alicia Plummer, and I made some yarn that I thought it would work because it's a DK weight sweater, but I didn't like it, so I'm gonna do a different color for that.
That's it.
That's all I have.
You don't want to elaborate or anything?
Okay. No, because I really want to do the sew faded first.
Okay. Well, one thing I have not cast on yet for our other knit along yet for the Move Into the Country shawl, because I test knit it and I just got done knitting one, so I wanted to, breathe a little between, and so I'm going to cast on maybe this week, maybe next week. We will see. But I'm going to cast on my second Move Into the Country shawl. Yay. And I think I'm going to do it in the size 5 that it requires instead of size 4, or is it 6?
I think I did 6s, but 6. It's really, really big on a 6.
But I love it big.
Okay.
I love it big. And so I'm actually going to do my single ply. And so my single ply base is my hero base. So this is my Trelawney colorway.
I love it.
I love how it is reskein. So this is something also that yarn dyers do, and I know that Kristen from Yarngasm was talking about this with her colorways. Is that some people reskein their one ply, because once you dye it, it does look a little weird.
It can
be a little finicky.
It takes up the dye just a little differently.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to see how it actually is knit up, you want to reskein it and before you make any judgments. So this is what it is reskeined. And then I'm going to pair it with my Autumn in My Soul colorway.
That is so pretty.
And see, this isn't reskeined, and it looks a little more finicky. And so I'm going to reskein it before I make any decisions.
It'll be so pretty.
But I think these are going to be perfect.
I love them.
I'm so excited. And it's more of the tone down for me that I'll wear with all my... Because the clothing that I wear, like, I don't wear anything bright or crazy. So these might work a little bit more with my actual clothing.
It's so pretty.
So this is on my dream knitting list that hopefully I'll be casting on in the next few weeks so that I can join in the knit along. And so I can see how it is to knit with the single ply.
Yes. And then I think we both want to do an upcoming mystery knit along.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Yes. By Andrea Mowry. What the Fade?
What the Fade?
Yes.
Is it What the Fade? Oh my gosh. Yesterday, though, when I was trying to figure out what it was, I thought it was Go Fade Yourself.
I love that.
And I really think that she needs to do... Andrea, you need to do one that's called Go Fade Yourself.
Go Fade Yourself.
I'm just saying.
Stephen would love that, too.
Oh, I know. Whoever gets to it first, whoever actually watches this.
Right.
But, yeah, so when we were at knit night the other night, I'm just like... I was going to say it, but then Ella's there, and I'm like...
Keep it to yourself.
It's inappropriate for her.
Even though she watches our podcast.
I know.
Sorry, Ella. Bleep that part out for your ears.
I guess. But yeah, I'm really excited. But it says in the description of like before you buy it that you're gonna need like 6 skeins with it.
It's gonna be a
skeins.
Big
and like,
skein. Or a big shawl.
It's gonna be a huge skein.
Huge skein.
But oh, that's gonna be so much fun.
It is, and I think there's one more thing you wrote down that you wanted to make.
Yes, for my second Rhinebeck sweater, I wanted to do the campsite pullover from Joji Locatelli, and
that's not the campsite; it's the tourist.
The tourist. You pointed at it.
Correction.
Sorry.
The tourist.
The tourist sweater cardigan.
Is it a cardigan?
I don't know. No, I think it's a sweater.
Is it a sweater?
It just has buttons on it, so it confused me for a minute.
Okay.
But I love it. It has like a cool collar thing on it. But I think that one's going to be a little bit more toned down, and it's going to be in a solid gray or a solid navy blue. Maybe not navy blue. A solid gray.
Okay.
Or maybe that's what I'll put all those oranges I have in.
There you go.
We'll see. But it will be a worsted weight sweater, so I'm going to do a fingering weight and a worsted weight sweater for Rhinebeck.
I was like, of the same pattern? No.
Yeah.
No.
Same colors, too.
Same colors? Oh
Gauge everything, yeah.
So weird. Okay, so that's all of our upcoming kind of dream knitting things, and I plan on looking through my stash today to find something for my So Faded, because I really want to get started on that.
I can't wait to see that.
Because I don't know if I'll get 2 done, but I would love to make 2 before Rhinebeck, because we have basically most of August, all of September, and half of October.
Yeah.
And I should be able to get...
I think so.
I mean, I've done
monogamous.
Yeah. That. Mm-hmm. A knitter of the monogamous
The
sort.
monogamous Nelly.
Yes. So, well, shall we move on to...
I'm dying here?
I'm dying here? And talk about some of the things we've been dyeing. We both have been dyeing machines.
And I don't even have all mine here.
I know. And that's
but like with our new updates that we've been doing, I've actually kind of liked it because it's been taking some of the stress off.
For those of you that haven't noticed, we've been doing Friday morning updates. Yeah. Not that we're selling out. We still always have stock
mm-hmm.
from week to week.
Yeah.
So you never have to worry about us running out.
Yeah, and I think this next week I might put Molly Weasley back in there. I am not sure yet.
So you may ask, what's the point of having updates if you always have stock in your shop? The point is that every Friday we may put in new colors or rotate out some. Mm-hmm. So on Friday morning you may see some disappear and some other maybe colors that we've had before come back.
Yeah.
So I may not have Ocean Mist every week or Mermaid Party.
Mm-hmm. And I haven't had Molly for 2 weeks, and I know people want it, but
I
might wait another week. I don't know.
Back a couple this week. Pumpkin carving is back in the shop for right now, but it's not one that I'll probably have every week.
Yeah, no. A lot of the colorways that were there last week, I'm probably not going to have. Like, I'm not going to have Captain Jack Sparrow probably until closer, maybe a month or so. I don't know.
We're just trying to find ways to make it more manageable for our
Yeah, because if we can dye a ton of the same color at one time, it makes it so much easier to just get it done.
Then
or at least get them in the pots.
Because
it usually takes me a half hour to like get set up, get the yarn in, get the things going. If it's all the same color, it's maybe down to like 20-ish minutes.
Yeah, you
or
can
so.
mass do it.
And it takes a minute to get them all ready and prepped and measured out and everything. And then checking up on it and stuff. But it just makes it a little bit more manageable, and even just that smidgen of the extra time really makes a difference. And so it's being a little bit easier. In our head
too, it's just easier to organize. More clear. I have more in my shop this week than I did last week. Last week I think I only had listed about 11 or 12 colors.
I think I have less.
Do you?
I have like 8 colors and 6 of each, and a lot of them are way down now to like 2 each or something like that. But last week I had 10 of each color, and I'm not doing that, and on multiple bases. I'm only doing a fluffy sock update this week.
And I did have, well, we should just show it. I did some one ply.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I'll show you the one plies that I have this week. You saw the Ocean Mist.
Stop talking. You're out of the frame. Remember?
Don't care, but okay. No, I did.
Okay.
That's the only one I'm cutting. Okay, but we'll cut this out. So I'll start with my one ply base. You saw the Ocean Mist that I was working on, which is right here, Ocean Mist. And then I did, okay, and it's funny because it looks different on one ply. So those of you that know what my mermaid party looks like, and I don't have any on fluffy sock with me because I'm sold out.
Yeah.
Well, I think I have to make some today.
Do you have any
so this is how it looks on the one ply.
That's so pretty.
Which is much more variegated. Absolutely no speckled in it.
But when you knit it.
Even this though, I think is going to come out more variegated.
Oh, I think that one might.
So that's Mermaid Party.
I love that though.
Then I have some, Avalon is similar. It's very similar to what it is on Fluffy Sock, but more variegated. It's less speckled. And then I have some new colors. This new one I came out with they're all named after
Call the Midwife,
but I don't remember which one is which at this very second because I just put them on Friday. So this one has some peaches and mauve colors, lavenders. There's a little bit of blue in it. And I did a new technique, and I love how it turned out. So this is not a speckled. This is a variegated, although it does have some freckling, not speckling.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it has some freckling of the peach color in it. Anyway, so that's that one. And then I have this beautiful...
I love this one.
This beautiful
and that is
limey...
true, too, on color. It's not, like, too crazy vibrant.
Not fluorescent. It's like a lime green.
Yeah.
Lime green, chartreusey color with some blues. It has some berry colors in it. And some, like, grayish browns colors in it. Which I love
that one.
And then I have... These I probably won't... I don't know if I'll reproduce both of these. Because I made some blue, but this one I put a little bit of orange in it just to see how it would look. So I only have 2 of these, so once they're gone, they're gone. Mm-hmm. But I do like this blue. This one is blues and purples, and it does not have the orange in it. And it has some like lilac-y purple and some smoky blues in there. And it's beautiful. So this is the difference. This one does not have the oranges. This one does. So those are my one plies. And some of those colors may come back. Some of them may not come back. Did you bring any of yours?
Yes, I did, actually. Okay. So I have one new colorway that is in the shop right now. And I think, this is one that only has maybe 2-3 left. But it's called Loup Garou. And what that is that's the French meaning for werewolf. And it's actually from a movie I was watching called Blood and Chocolate.
Oh. And it looks a little bit different on the screen.
A little bit different. So the base is actually the lightest gray. It's not a bare base. And it's only on my fluffy sock right now, so it has some teals and some blacks in there, some grays. But it just reminded me kind of the beauty of the myths of werewolves, actually, and just how it's different through different cultures. And at least from the movie I was watching, it has almost like a royal nature semblance in it. I really don't know how to describe it, but it's more you think of werewolves and you think of like, killing machine. This one's more of like family,
like the culture of it.
The culture of it, and I just wanted to kind of bring that out more in this colorway.
Is it a movie or a TV show?
It's a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's like a B movie, but I really like it, and Eric does too, so we watch it. But yeah, so I was really excited about this, and I'm just starting to notice that I really like teal.
You do, and I love teal too. I think a lot of people do. My teal, things that have teal in it, they sell really well.
But so this, because I had this next to sandcastles and shoreline, I'm like, oh, there's another fade.
So true. So
I love it. And then I have this one that's actually drying behind me, and I have not named it yet.
Which has what colors in it? And it's so funny because Tristan and I both made that color, similar colors. I made my autumn speckles, which I showed because
you speckle a lot of your colors kind of apart, though. Well, I kind of throw them together a little bit more.
Yeah, you do. I kind of spread mine out a little bit. So mine has red in it. Does yours have red?
I don't remember.
Mine has teal and red.
Mine has a type of red. I think it's more of like a pink.
But you can see that we're both in like the autumny spirit. I know, we really are.
So I don't know what this is called yet. I have only made one. But I did write it down.
I do
and
love it.
It's not in this week's shop update, but it probably will be next week.
So pretty.
Yeah, and it just
lots
does random stuff in there.
Wow.
I think it's so funny when people are like, "Oh, don't your yarn." It's like you can find it.
Yeah,
it's super easy, especially when it's dry. So I don't know what this one's called yet, but it has a bunch. Teal, obviously, it has teal in there. Some different oranges, some blacks. This reddish pink that I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. But so just a lot of random autumny colors.
Yes.
And I just...
So beautiful.
In one of my pots, I'm just like, you know what?
Just go for it. Experiment. That's how we come up with some of the most
I know. And so I was playing with names last night. I'm like... And it was something about like pumpkin spice latte and Halloween. It's like a mashup and I don't remember.
Pumpkin spice Halloween.
I think it might have been that and that just sounds really dumb.
I don't think so.
Pumpkin spice Halloween?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
How about Halloween spice?
Halloween spice. It might be that. It might be that.
Cute.
Because there's not enough pumpkin stuff in here for it to be pumpkin spice.
Anyway, I love that. We are both in the spirit.
We are.
Seriously.
So it's still going to dry behind me though.
I mean, you can tell by some of the other new colors I did. So I did this one, which is browns and golds with a little bit of...
I still call that teddy bear.
You know what? I made a version of this with blue in it. And it was a bear color. Oh, and I got new labels, by the way. I didn't show those yet.
Right?
Got new labels.
I need to buy my logo and do all that this weekend, actually, is what I want to do.
Well, this has black in it and brown and golds. And this is called S'mores Around the Fire.
Oh,
yes.
I just want to hold it.
And then I made a color that actually, I didn't mean to make it match so well, but it goes really well together with it. This has green and brown and gold in it.
Here, put it next to it so it doesn't blow out as much.
And then, but see, they complement each other really well.
I didn't even know that. Did you know that when you put them next to each other, it doesn't blow out the white as much?
Because it's not reflecting the light as much. It's more absorbing, huh? That's really cool. So I made those two, and then I made a new...
Ooh, I like that.
This one is a bright blue with navy blue in it and some black and some green. This one is called... I remember what this one is.
Did you not put them on your labels?
I haven't put them on the labels yet.
Oh.
It's a blue... What did I name it? I named it something that I loved the name of it.
Good job.
I'll tell you. It's on my shop.
Okay.
And then the last one, the new one, is another speckle. So I have autumn speckles, and then I made summer speckles.
Oh,
so
cute.
This one has bright green and bright yellow, orange, and some purple, and some berry, and some black. So that's my summer speckles, and I only have a few of each of these right now, and I may or may not make more of them. I don't know. This was my experiment batch. So those are all my new colors. And then I did some, just so you know, I just wanted to show really, really fast. This week's update does have some solids. I have a pink, a teal, what I call marshmallow fluff, because it's just barely light teal, and this is light, pumpkin light. And I also have pumpkin, which is a little bit darker, and I have some duckling. Yeah, I'm making it today.
Okay.
And then I don't have those in the shop right now.
Okay.
That's all that's in the shop update this week. So, yeah, and that's the end of I'm dying here.
Well, I was really fast. I was going to say, I think if I can manage it and diet enough, I think... Oh, yeah. I haven't decided if I'm doing it this weekend or next weekend and what all necessarily I'm doing with it. But I have put one fade kit in my shop, and it's actually going pretty well. I think I have 2 left, and it's just a 4 skeins that I didn't even put together. A customer did, and I loved it.
So you started putting them together.
I just put them in this last update, and I like it. Like, it's doing pretty well. So I was going to make 4 fade kits and put them in my shop, and maybe have those be the only update that week. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. But also, one of either this weekend or next weekend is going to be my Halloween update, or my fall Halloween update. So I'm going to play with some colors this week. We'll see which one actually ends up happening. Cool. But I'll announce it on Thursday what's actually going to be in the shop.
Yay. Yay. I love making new yarn colors. Oh my gosh, love it. So much fun.
And especially when you get inspired by like different things, like the seasonal changes, getting excited for Halloween. I'm getting excited for Comic-Con right now. Getting my costume all ready. I did a little sneak peek of it on Instagram the other day, and just things like that inspire you to make like different color combinations.
How fun.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So many fun things. So you can see above my head back here, I did get in a bunch of more of the cotton knit picks colors. So I didn't want to show those individually. It's just a bunch of, I basically ordered some of each color.
Oh, nice.
Not all of them, but the ones I loved, which there was about 10.
Have you watched any new podcasts this week?
I have. Well, yes. And we talked about one of them already. And it was Knit Song. And that was Audrey. And another one that I didn't write down, but
I did.
Another one.
Oh, okay.
Dag, who is the diary behind Zia Wools, started her first podcast, and I watched her first episode. Her. And yes, and it's called Dag something.
I'll let you know.
I'm sorry. I don't remember, but I loved it. She is, I think, originally from Germany, and she was very... I thought she did a good job. Was natural,
really
and easy to listen to, and she lives in New Mexico.
First episode,
first episodes. So she'll probably just get better and better. And the first one was really easy to watch. I loved it, and she's a beautiful knitter. She's got some great things some finished objects already on there. Wow. So yeah.
That's crazy.
And then
Well, we both were watching this new podcast to us.
New to us.
New to us, called Knitting I Love, and her name is Barbara.
Yes.
She is full of so much energy.
She is funny.
And apparently she's like obsessed with hats, and I love it.
Yes, she is. Is that what it's called, Knitting I Love?
Yeah. I looked it up.
Oh.
I made sure.
I love it.
Unless that's just her episode name.
I don't know, but she does make lots of hats, and they're cute.
She's just bouncy. I love it. Her personality is just so uniquely fun.
Yes.
So she was enjoyable.
Check out their podcast. They're great. And also my mom, who is the dyer behind Crystal Skies Hand Dyed. Mm-hmm. She and my sister Amber, who has Amber's Yarn Shop on Etsy. They both did we talked about it last time. Mm-hmm. They did their very first podcast, and it's Hurley's Handmade.
Yep, Hurley's Handmade.
Hurley's Handmade is the name.
And they've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, they had a really good time with it. It was their first one. They decided not to edit anything. Mm-hmm. So it's very raw, very real. So check them out on YouTube. Yep. So there's probably so many more that I peeked at but didn't have a chance to really get into.
Me too. And I did binge watch a bunch.
Did you?
Yeah.
And you don't remember who they are?
No, I remember all of them.
Oh, okay. But they were ones we've already talked about.
Yeah, they're ones we've already talked about. Like the normal ones, like... Well, for me, I love Sticks Plus Twine, Stranded Podcast, KT from Inside Number 23. Yes. Because it's hard sometimes to find new podcasts.
It is.
And you're so comfortable in your zone of like watching these people you feel like you know. So you just binge watch them. That's what I've been doing.
You do. Then you run out, though.
And then you run out. And then you're lost on an island all alone with no podcasts.
Yeah. I mean, I love watching podcasts.
Yeah.
I've also been doing some reading. I'm reading a couple of books right now, but I don't remember what they are. I listen on Audible, and I love like mystery thriller type books, and then I love historic novels. So if anybody has suggestions on some good historic novels, I'm not really I don't get into fantasy ones, but I do like dystopian. And
okay.
What did you want to say?
I started Harry Potter on my Audible. It's August.
True. It's time. I've been thinking about getting the movies and watching the movies.
I need to listen to all of them before the end of the year.
Okay.
That's my goal.
That's good. Good goal. So we have come to the end of the knitting and crafty portion of our podcast.
Yeah. So if you do not want to stay around for what we call our heavy cream segment, which is when we talk about more mental health related topics, then that's totally fine. We will see you next time with more knitty related things. But for those of you who want to stay around, this is welcome to our heavy cream segment.
Yes, and this is where we talk about mental health. And my daughter's calling me. So this is the portion where we talk about mental health topics, maybe that have affected our lives or that we have seen affect others around us, or maybe just dynamics we've noticed in people that we think, wow, that would be a really fun thing to talk about. And
just to have that discussion.
And for those of you that haven't watched before, I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I do see clients actively in addition to my other job. Yes. And Tristan...
Yeah, I'm going to school for it right now. I'm finishing my bachelor's degree in psychology, and then I'll be going on to my master's program to become a therapist for the deaf.
So we're both very fascinated, and we have had some, really great feedback from you guys. So thank you. I'm glad.
We never thought that this segment would really catch on that much.
We actually thought it would be risky.
Yeah.
That maybe some people would be turned off by the idea of talking about it.
Or what gives you... The right to say that. And why is your opinion that,
Well, and also it is our opinion. Some of it is based on studies. Some of it's based on experience. And none of it is anything that you should take to heart and say, I need to do that because Christy and Tristan said that's the way you do it. So just know this is not therapy.
It's more things to chew on.
Yeah, just things to think about. Just observations. Maybe you can observe your life and see if any of it applies to you, if you've experienced any of it. Please don't take any of this as therapy or advice. Or advice that you should be doing. If you suffer from any mental health issues or are able to identify through things we talk about that you may be suffering from something that you might need help with, we recommend you look up a good therapist.
There's so many resources out there. If you cannot afford a therapist, a lot of colleges
will do it.
Will do it for very cheap and still
it's great
programs.
Because you're getting the student who's doing therapy with you, and then they take your case back to the other students and the teacher, and they all discuss ways to help you or things that could be going on, and you're getting a lot of perspectives.
So many many people trying to help.
Yeah, for usually $10 or $15 a session, which is a steal.
So if that's something that you think that you could benefit from, not even that you need, but maybe that you could benefit from, we really highly recommend it. I think that everyone at some point in their life should have therapy, because sometimes there are things that you're going through that you don't know how to deal with, or maybe things that you can't recognize. Just someone to talk to. Too close to the situation. Yeah.
So, and if you ever are feeling suicidal or want to harm yourself in any way, we recommend that you reach out to the emergency room, reach out to a loved one. If you notice somebody that you think is suicidal or wants to harm themselves, please take them to the emergency room immediately or call 911. So anyway, now that we're past all the logistics of it, we think of topics every week that might be good ones. And this one was interesting to me because we talked about it at work this week at one of our supervisor meetings.
Oh, yeah.
And it was how we treat others. And just a dynamic that is just interesting to me, and kind of Tristan and I discussed it a little bit, the why behind it. And I'm not sure we have an answer as to why we do this. Yeah. But in our lives, we have what we call systems, groups of people that are part of our lives, and it usually goes from a big system down to a little system. The smallest system is usually you and your spouse and your family, your close family, or if you're not married, it would be your family unit that you were raised in or with. That's usually the main system, and then it goes out from there to your friend group, and then your outside, like your employee group or your social group, like work. Yeah. And if you don't work, maybe your school or your child's school, any of those systems. And then bigger is society, outside of work and people that you don't know.
Yeah.
So we're talking about how it's interesting that you go to the grocery store or you're somewhere in the public and you might meet somebody and you're usually pretty polite. You're usually pretty kind. At the grocery store, oh, thank you for your help. No, I don't need any help. Take my stuff out. We're usually pretty polite.
Yeah. Have a great day. Oh, thank you. You too.
Yeah. Very nice. And even it might be someone that you get to know because you go to that store a lot and you're always, hey, how are you? I'm good. Thank you. And then, as you close the circle or close your, down to the smaller systems, we tend to get more real, I guess, with our emotions and the way we treat people. And sometimes it's not good.
Yeah.
Sometimes as we I would say
that down.
work group is your next social group, and you can start having or seeing drama at work, and people start to maybe bug you, or you notice some injustices there, so you speak up. And then you get to your friend group, and we all know friend groups you can have drama, and they can come and go. Maybe not treat your friends as perfectly all the time.
Like say something like, "Well, that's dumb," or "Why are you being so mean?"
Or "You're bugging me."
Yeah,
I don't want to be around you. You're calling them names.
Yeah.
And then you get down to your close family, and unfortunately, sometimes, and in some families, those are the people we treat the worst.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like by yelling at them or hurting them. It could just be not being respectful or not serving them as well.
Or being attentive.
Right, not being attentive to their, more than just their basic needs, not being attentive.
Or not even their basic needs.
Right. Some families, unfortunately, that's true. But it just is an interesting dynamic. Why our closest circles are some of the ones that we aren't as aware? Or why do some of us try to work harder to impress the people outside of our circle?
That we don't even know.
That we don't know.
They see us for a minute.
Right. That we worry more about what society is going to think of us than maybe what our family is going to think of us. Don't you think?
I just think it's so interesting because I wasn't thinking of it earlier, but now when you're saying that, it just reminds me of back when I worked at the treatment center, and a lot of the girls coming in, like basically all of them had family dynamic issues in one way or another. That they were so nice to us when they met us, and a lot of them just perfect little angels when they first get there, getting to know the other girls, and being super sweet. And then if there ever were an incident where like a staff would get hurt or a girl would be mean to someone, it was usually the staff that they were the closest to, that they almost felt the safest with, that they would lash out and do that with.
It's true. And as you're saying that, I'm thinking when you first are I just think of dating.
Yeah.
When you're first dating a person, it's like...
Remember dating Eric at the beginning?
You treat them so well, and you're always polite and willing to give time to them, willing to make time for them.
Not let things bother you as much.
Not let things bother you. But then sometimes as we go along, I think about now and like with my children even, growing up, when they were growing up, making time to do special things with them was hard for me sometimes because I'm like, I'm busy, I'm working, we can't do that. And I was telling Tristan right before we recorded, I remember going to a talk where, I don't remember if it was at church or if it was, I don't remember where it was, but he said when you're first dating somebody, and sometimes even after you get married, you tend to, buy flowers for that person, or you leave love notes, or you make sure you open the door for them and you treat them really well. You make their favorite things for dinner.
Yeah.
But then how many of those same couples, when you look at how they treat their children, why are we not buying flowers for our children? Why are we not leaving love notes for our children, or saying, honey, what would you like for dinner, to your child, instead of, that's what I made, that's what you're going to eat, but knowing that if you did that to your husband or to your wife, they'd be like, I'm not eating it. I don't like that. You can't force me to eat it,
Yeah.
And it's always fascinated me.
Yeah.
So, and it did change me when I heard that guy, I don't remember who it was, but I remember when he said that, I just thought, he said, why are we not courting our children? Yes, we have to have boundaries and rules for our children, but why are we not giving our children
that extra effort almost?
And that level of respect that we give our spouse or the person that we're dating, or even our friends?
Yeah. But I mean, even with that, you look at couples later on, because you said sometimes even after you get married. But the thing is, this is what me and Eric used to joke about. He's like, oh, I already got you. And I say that to him too. I'm like, I already got you. You're not going anywhere.
I'm letting myself go now.
Yeah. And it was just really interesting because I gained probably 45 pounds after we got married. So I did, in a way. But no, it was just interesting looking back at it now and seeing those things. Because we've had to work at different aspects of our marriage over the years. Yeah.
Does, yeah.
And I think some of that could be in part to that, like, oh, we got you, there's no more trying, like, we're good. And I'm responsible for that too.
And not saying that you becoming, gaining weight or,
I'm not even talking about that.
No, but seeing the more emotional side.
Yeah, doing things for him, or now things are all of a sudden starting to bug me that didn't before. And vice versa with Eric. Like, it's just interesting looking back and seeing that, and like seeing how we've come a little bit, 180 from there to work and like do things for each other again. But again, it's just me and him. But maybe doing that for family members, because they're still just like a little bit outside that immediate circle for me. Like my sisters and stuff. When was the last time that I reached out and I'm like, hey, I wanted to send you something, or hey, let's me and you go get lunch. I'll buy.
And that's interesting that you say that, because where we work, we're trying to reach out to our patients. We're trying to let them or help them have a good experience at our doctor's office. So we send out sometimes little notes saying, it was nice talking to you on the phone today. Thank you for your time. And how many places do that too? Is they send us a postcard. I got a postcard from the vet saying, thanks for bringing Scatter in. We're glad you chose us. Thank you. But, why do we not do that with people that we truly love?
That we care about and have that relationship.
Yeah. I mean, you're always going to be my daughter.
Yeah.
But I've tried to work really hard with my kids and that to be more respectful. And if they call and say, can you help me with this, or do you want to go here with me? When you guys were younger, sometimes I'd be like, I can't. No, we're not going to go to the pool today. Sorry, I have got too many things to do. But I tried to work on saying yes more often and saying, well, if my friends called me, I'd probably say, sure, yeah, let's go shopping. Let's do it. But my kids, it was almost like I was treating you in my early years, you guys, like, you're my kids. Yeah, like, I don't have time for that. I've got to make dinner. We've got to clean the house, or you didn't do your homework, so no. And so when I heard that speaker say that, I thought, I need to work harder on treating my children with love and respect like I treat other people in my life. So anyway,
it's just something really to chew on with that, because I feel like everyone's guilty of that.
And we don't have an answer. Right.
No, we don't have an answer. We just think it's really interesting. Yeah. And so it's always with me, it's like, if you're aware of the issue, you can fix it. If you're not aware, you can't really do anything about it. And so maybe just looking at your life and being like, what do I want to prioritize? Like, who are the people in my life that I need to show that I care about?
And it's a lot of the whole don't sweat the small stuff kind of things, like little
mountains
things.
Out of molehills.
Right. If they, I guess, and also they talk about a relationship shouldn't be 50-50.
No.
It should be 100-100. If I'm giving my 100% to Vaughn, my boyfriend, and he's giving his 100% to me, there's never a question about it if we love each other.
And you're both satisfied.
And there's never that, well, I do that for you, but you never do anything for me. It's always we know we're doing for each other. We know that we're always thinking about each other, and I hope that my kids feel that way about me too, Yeah. And I'm also honest with them. If I don't have time for something, I say, I'm sorry. Please next time call me ahead of time. Give me like a week to plan for that, because I've already got plans to do something else,
Yeah. And it could just be something small, like calling your spouse on your way to the grocery store. Like, Eric gets off work before I do, and every day now, and I emphasize the now, but every day he calls me. He's like, hey, I'm going to the store. What do you want for dinner?
Yep.
Or do you need to use the stove to dye yarn? And so I'll let him know, and he'll usually have dinner ready for me when I get home, or we'll go and we'll get it together. But just little things like that. Like, hey, what can I do for you? What do you want? Let's include you in this. So, because our early years of marriage, all of the arguments were about food.
Were they really?
Our first big one was what we wanted for breakfast.
That's just funny.
And how we were going to prepare it.
And going back to the topic we're talking about, if it was somebody like at work, or if you were at a big gathering of friends, I know me, and I'd be like, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'll eat it. I'll eat whatever. Even though inside I'm like, oh, I hate Eggs Benedict, or, I'd be like, I'll have whatever, Just want everybody to be happy.
Well, it's one of those things, like, when we go to different people's houses for dinner, Eric will be like, well, what are they making? And I'll tell him, he's like, okay, let's stop here before, and I'll eat.
Really?
Totally off topic, but it just makes me laugh every time. I'm just like, well, they're making this. He's like, okay, let's go to McDonald's. I'm like, okay.
That's so funny. So that's kind of our not really a message, I guess.
Yeah.
Just because I know it's something that I'm still working on, so it's not like I can give advice on it. I guess my only thoughts would be, I encourage all of us to try to focus on the ones we love. And real quick, I've known people in my life, too, that are such service-oriented people to everyone but their family.
Yeah.
like they're doing church service, or they're going and volunteering their time so much so that they don't have time for their own family. And I've seen families suffer, especially living in a culture here in Utah where there's it's very church-based, and all of the church positions are callings. Nobody gets paid to be a bishop. Nobody gets paid.
But they still kind of require you to do all of these outreach and all the service for
it's a lot
other
of time.
people.
It takes a lot of time, and it's a great calling to be called to a church service or a service related calling or position. But again, I've seen a lot of families where I've done therapy with people saying, "Oh, I never saw my dad. He was a bishop my whole life, and he was never with our family," and I resent him for that. Not saying he shouldn't be a bishop, but I mean, just learning that balance. Trying to say, I'm going to serve here, other people, but I've got to remember to serve my family too.
So my only thing that I would suggest for this week is maybe just look at your life. Look at yourself.
I know we're gonna.
Yeah.
I think we constantly talk about that.
Self-reflection is such a huge aspect of change and growth. And the only thing that you really have control over in life is yourself. And so turning the mirror and just taking a look and seeing how you want to live and who you want to love and who you want to show that love to. So maybe just take a few minutes this week and take a look. That. Yeah.
And you may discover that emotions are difficult for you. I know showing emotion was not something I was raised with, so I had to learn how to show my emotions appropriately. And that might be, so for us to sit here and go, oh, show your kids more love and show your spouse, do more service, that might be harder to do.
And that might be something that you would benefit from seeing a therapist.
Yeah, and that's a starting point, trying to figure out the why behind why is it hard for me to show emotion? Why is it hard for me to tell my kids I love them or do service for them, but I can do it for everybody else?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it is vulnerability, being vulnerable to people that could potentially hurt us the most, which is our loved ones, the small circles around us. That is really scary. So that could be a reason. But anyway, I think that's enough of heavy cream.
I think that's it for heavy cream today.
We appreciate those of you who stuck around for that, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. You can put them in the down bar or on Ravelry. Just send us a message or whatever. So, but thanks. We hope that we covered everything appropriately today. We felt like we didn't have enough stuff, but
I think we had plenty.
Yeah. But I think we'll be back in 2 weeks.
And happy knitting until then. Remember the knit alongs, the SS Cal. I am personally worried that could slow down in the winter, which means it's more likely for you to get a prize for it. So just throwing that out there.
Or people might jump on board and be like,
I don't know.
I need a palette cleanser.
I don't know.
Let's do a quick sock.
It's true. It's great. But so the SS Cal, it's a year-long knit along, so keep throwing those into the thread. And we have a Rhinebeck sweater knit along, which is amazing.
Yep. And then moving to the country shawl, which is my pattern, which is awesome.
So we have those 3 knit alongs going on. So keep those in mind when you're knitting away this week.
Yes, but thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you watching our podcast. We really do. And if you want to be notified of when we have our next one, just subscribe and then hit the little bell. And that way you'll get a notification saying when we post something.
And if not, there are plenty of podcasts out there. No pressure.
Yep.
All right. So happy knitting, and we'll see you guys next time.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Are we center?
I'm gonna wear this like this.
Do it.
Because
it'll show off the cables.
Yeah, it'll show off the cables. And
you sure you don't want to? Are you just running around like a 5-year-old child?
I am a 5-year-old child on the inside.
All right. Your tractor's so sexy.
Oh, it looks like something that should be on cars. It looks